There was a time where hip-hop culture and geek culture were at odds, clashing over dominance amongst society on who deserves the right to be considered best. The great culture feud lasted for decades, with no end in sight, until one crew decided enough was enough. Deuces, Liv, Bacardi, and Didge, collectively known as Geekset, stepped up where the world needed it and became the only place that blends hip-hop culture and geek together.
All right. Welcome back to the Geekset Podcast, the only podcast that blends hip-hop culture and geek culture together. I'm your boy Deuces, and with me I got my man Liv.
It's Sofrito Papi with the special guest, Sofrito Action Figure.
You should have said pee-pee.
Sofrito Pee-Pee. Pee-wee Liv.
I'd have heard that way.
Because I got my own action figure and it's amazing.
No, I'm not saying why about that.
Right. It's the Poppy and Pee-Pee.
Party in the building.
What's good, everybody? How are we doing
Feeling
today?
great, and as always, you got my man Didge.
What is happening, people? What is
Didge in the
happening,
building.
people?
Didge in the building, man. Hey, today I don't know why. Today's just been feeling good. Today's been a good day.
I mean, it was a nice Geekset day. It was a nice. I mean,
Spring around the corner, you know what I'm saying? I feel it.
We've been here pretty much all day.
Oh, dang, yeah, I've been.
So it's been pretty much a Geekset day. We've been chilling.
I've been
all
at
day.
work like a mug.
You know, saving the kids one child at a time.
Yeah.
What y'all left behind because of Liv.
Right.
That was the part they didn't add at the end.
Literally feeding them lunch.
Doing everything.
Was it good lunch?
Hey, that's a nice combo.
Bro.
I forgot you had that shirt. That's a
Lunch
nice
is
combo.
terrible, bro. Like,
It wasn't
public
even-
school
it
lunch
wasn't even-
is
it wasn't
terrible.
Even any of our good stuff that we used to.
Fam.
No,
No,
they
that-
changed all that. I had discovered that too. Like, bro,
Dog.
I don't know what. I don't know who they supplier is.
Dog.
I
Cardi
don't know.
looked so
Bro,
concerned.
Yo.
I matter of fact,
Because-
let me show you a picture of this quesadilla.
Send it to Didge too, so
that-
we can make sure we show the people.
Yeah,
I gotta make note of it, yeah.
So,
No,
like,
yeah, Imani was telling me, fam, and I was like, I felt so bad.
Look,
She's
bro.
like, it's been like this for years. I'm like,
I have no idea why they think that's a quesadilla.
Oh my God!
Bro!
It looked like Indian flatbread, but disgusting. And I love Indian flatbread.
I know.
where's the quesadilla?
Exactly.
No! I thought that was a piece of toast.
Dog.
Like an apple
When they
strudel.
came in, I was like, oh, they're having peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I thought they had
Oh
Uncrustables.
my God!
Because they Uncrustables be fire. And I thought they was
Like that-
Uncrustables. I was like, I'm
they
finna
toasted
eat.
it. Like y'all toasted the
Yep.
Uncrustables?
I'm like, I'm finna eat
Like-
good today. Then I'm like, yeah. Then I just asked like that. Oh no, I was like, that's peanut butter and jelly. And the principal, she was like, nah, that's a quesadilla. I was like, a quesadilla? Like this motherfucker, I grabbed that motherfucker.
As she telling Liv,
Bro.
that's a quesadilla.
Bro,
Like, what?
Though, the wildest thing is that it came in a huge rectangle, and it was cut with perforated cuts, like you know what
like
a
the-
perforated
so you
cut.
already
part,
can break
yeah.
it.
So it was a huge rectangle of 8 squares with perforated cuts, and to pull it
Like,
apart.
Who they supply? Who?
Milwaukee
Manufactures
public
school lunches,
the
bro.
public school system.
Cisco.
City.
dude.
Who is Cisco?
The Cisco.
SYSCO. That's that company. You don't be seeing seeing they truck go
Yeah.
around. That's the one who be doing all those stuff.
That's just the delivery though.
No, that's
Oh, they I think they do all the whole. I think they do the whole process.
I'm gonna have to look because my cases say it's from the city.
Was it?
What I think they're still. I think they're the ones who are giving it to the city.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I like when my kids used to come home from school talk about they didn't eat their lunch. But why didn't you eat your shit? Now you all hungry. And now I'm like
you ain't eat the mock chicken.
I'm like, what kind of what do you
give
want
me
me
my
to give you
chicken
for
leg.
lunch today?
Yo, I used to get so mad because
You getting the mock chicken
Imani was
leg.
always asking us like for money for lunch, and I'm like, why you gotta keep buying? Like, if she wasn't buying lunch, like I'm like, are you buying? I'm like, your school lunch is free. She's like, I'm not buying the school lunch. I'm buying the extra stuff that they got. You know, like when they had like the hot kitchen.
Yep.
Like,
Bro.
I'm like, why you don't eat the school lunch? She's
Travion
like,
come home-
we don't do that.
Travion come home, eat everything, and I'm like, damn,
Eat
like
school lunch too?
no,
Oh,
he
you
come
don't.
home and
Only
eat
eat
it because
everything.
he ain't eating.
That's how
school.
Imani
And he
is.
in high school, so I'm like, fam, you can get anything off the menu. Get you a burger. I mean, he's like, no, it's not like that. I'm like, what?
It ain't like that, bro. Like when we was in Madison, we used to
Yeah.
have cousins come through, right?
Cousins
We
right
had the
there.
sandwiches. We had the
When
Did you have the salad and the potato bar?
Yeah, we had the potato bars, salad bar.
You know what?
Taco bar. We had salad bar,
at that
taco
time, I was
bar.
all hood food, so I probably didn't do no salad. and
Dog,
potato bar.
we had the salad and the
That nigga
potato
said
bar.
Salad.
Right. And I was
Yeah, like we had the salad, and then we had the we had the little shop where we get the little Fruitopia
Nah,
and shit
Fruitopia,
like
yeah,
that,
hell yeah.
and all the
At
chips and
Mesmer,
stuff.
We used to go to that Burger King on the
Oh,
corner.
I mean that's pretty much the obvious place to go.
But
to,
I'm just
yeah.
saying though, it's like, fam, like
no,
every now and then I eat school lunch because I'm like, fam, if it's the mock
Chicken leg. I couldn't stay away from the hard shell tacos.
I don't know. I don't know what the meat was that they would put on the cheese bread when they give you the bun with the already melted cheese bread. And it was like, it looked like it was like chili. No, not chili. It looked like it was like
That I didn't fuck with. You do
bun with
it. You
melted
too
cheese
much.
bread.
Yeah, you.
No, it was bun with melted cheese bread. It looked like it was
What's
like
the bun with
like
melted
it was-
cheese
like
bread?
it was man.
How do you melt the cheese? You talking about the sloppy joe?
Oh,
Yeah, I think it was sloppy
Dawson,
Joe.
I don't know what the meat was. A sloppy
No, because
Joe?
it wasn't sloppy
It
Joe.
was.
I don't know
it
what
was
it
a
was.
little
It
too-
was like sloppy Joe, but it
It
wasn't.
was a little
sloppy
too
Joe.
red. I know what he talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but I used to
It
fuck
was.
that shit
It
up.
might have been they take on a sloppy Joe,
You're
but
right. It had to
it
be they
did.
take on the sloppy joe.
It didn't.
It had to have been.
I can understand somebody
But I
like,
know-
no, that ain't a sloppy Joe. Like,
You was eating a sloppy joe?
Dog. Wow, I'm disgusted, bro.
And
Hey, why they looking
Whatever
at
it
you?
is,
And it's square
you know what?
pizza.
Whatever it is, it's the same meat they used to put on the potatoes. That's the sloppy joe meat.
That's why I never put the meat on the
Yeah, you
potatoes.
put the meat on
And they
Never.
was looking at you like, no, you
Ever.
too deep in the trenches, dog. You McCarty looked at you. McCarty said, you was eating that?
I mean, bro, I was poor as shit, and I
Yo.
would not eat that shit
Like,
at
I mean,
all.
but I feel like all the ground beef, anything that had a ground beef at thing,
It was all
was
the same.
meat.
Fam,
Oh,
you,
yeah.
you do not eat school ground beef.
I mean,
can't.
you do
just
that.
Shit,
I mean,
were you eating a Salisbury steak?
You know what? You know what?
I-
That's what it was.
steak.
Oh, that's the third. You know what? I can't front.
Salisbury
My
steak.
chicken leg,
That Salisbury
Salisbury
steak was that
steak,
exact same ground
and the
beef.
crunchy
Tacos.
the crunchy taco. I
But you had
hated
to- you had
I
to-
hated the motherfuckers that used to eat the fish sticks, bro. I hate it.
Nah, I never did that.
I
never
hate
did
it.
that.
I
never
ain't
ate
fucking with the
seafood
fish
from
sticks.
school.
Me
I don't
either.
think
I
I don't
didn't eat
remember
seafood.
having fish sticks.
You don't remember eating fish sticks at
I
school?
remember having it. I never ate it.
Bro, I would never eat. They give you the little tartar sauce. They give you 4 soggy ass fish sticks with some tartar sauce.
Oh, I do remember those.
I am not like I would not
sounds
fuck with
gross.
The
that.
taco day was only the taco plate was the only time I used to take everything on the plate with on the taco.
And yes,
Like other than the milk,
Everything.
you just scoop the rice over, the lettuce, everything.
yeah, and you mash
And
that
you mash
bitch
it all
up with the
up,
spork.
Put that
and
big
then-
ass cup of sauce on there.
Yeah.
You like you good. fam.
Yeah.
That's
Bro,
what I
I
like.
miss mock chicken legs.
My chicken legs
You
was
could
fine.
buy 'em at
I mean, yeah, you
It's
could
not
buy
the
'em
same. Like it ain't the same. It don't taste the same as the lunch lady putting it on that plastic fucking tray. It don't taste the same because
You
I
got
tried
this-
already.
This
Did
the right-
did you
it's-
I
put-
tried.
did
It's
you
the
put
mash.
gravy on it?
Yes,
it's
it
the
don't.
mash and the gravy
ain't the
that you
same.
don't. Because that mash ain't real mash.
and
that they
it's
got.
the
No,
mash
and,
and gravy.
We don't know. And what's that gravy? Like,
That we
what
don't
that
know.
gravy is
We
either.
don't know,
Yeah.
but the combination, the flavor, and the taste, like I
Cause it was
couldn't
really the
replicate
gravy, 'cause I used to
it.
have
My
two
shit
scoops of
tasted
gravy.
too real. My shit tasted too real.
real.
I didn't want to taste real. I wanted to feel like I was in the lunchroom
This is chicken leg, nigga.
as a freshman.
Like, where the mock? Where the
Like,
mock?
like it tastes like I was like, this ain't. Where's the mock?
Where's the mock?
This real.
Like,
Where's the mock?
This ain't too real, fam.
But you know what? You know what? I tell people this all the time. When I went to school in Puerto Rico, you know what our school lunch was? Bro, our school lunch was fire. We'd get either white rice or Puerto Rican rice. We get real steak. We get chicken.
Oh yeah,
fried
everybody I
chicken.
know from some other country,
Bro,
when they talk about they school
my
lunch, it's
God.
like, fam, America, they kids bogus.
They don't give dog.
Like-
That's how I knew when I moved back. I was like, America really don't give a fuck about what it's feeding the kids.
No.
because
Which is really crazy.
in Puerto
though.
Rico, I'd have
that.
a cup of coffee with my fucking lunch
Bro,
and
they-
water.
They would give us chocolate
Yes.
milk with all that. Like, they, no matter what the primary food
the
was,
milk industry
it
is
was
cold.
milk.
The milk industry is
Like,
cold
fam,
because
I
they
should not be
they
drinking
told
lasagna,
they
eating
had
lasagna,
right.
On the real,
They
you
had
eat
you
lasagna
thinking-
with chocolate milk.
They had you thinking milk needed to go with every meal. The milk industry was cold.
Dog,
It
they
was
did,
cold. They
bro.
wanted to build strong bones.
I mean, in Puerto Rico, they give us the milk. It would be like a milk bag.
Yeah, we had
you
the
know.
bag. I had the
But
bag.
even
We had the
that
bag
shit
for it.
I had the
tasted.
pouch.
Even that shit tasted different. But if you didn't
in
want
plastic.
that, the alternative was like get you a little bit of coffee, you know, or you could go to the little
as
food
a
truck.
child, y'all in high, like as a
Bro,
child.
drinking coffee as kids for us is like normal. Like my kids drink coffee. You know, it's normal.
I mean, how early though? We say.
Bro, my early as long as if it goes in a baby bottle, you drinking it.
I'm still not like coffee bound.
Like it's just
I'll be in the morning. Don't talk to me till I got my coffee.
yeah, it's just normal for us to drink coffee with our food. I mean, drink coffee as a little kid or whatever.
tea.
Like,
I mean, I remember sneaking coffee as a kid. I don't remember really like, let me get a cup of coffee.
Bro,
which make no sense
don't
because
think
I bet you drank
weirdly-
plenty of soda.
weirdly, I did love coffee ice cream.
Oh, coffee ice cream is a shit.
Oh my god,
That- I
used to
love
get it from the I used to, when the ice cream truck. I was the one to get the coffee flavor ice cream.
Oh, you
as
weird.
a kid. And
I
that
love
shit-
it. Coffee
was so
coffee
good.
ice
It's
cream
so
is
good.
amazing.
You was definitely eating old ass coffee ice cream because that nigga
Y'all
was
like-
selling to nobody else but you.
Hey, y'all like y'all fuck with flan? Y'all like flan?
I like flan.
Yeah, I like
Coffee
flan.
flan, bro.
Coffee.
I had it in Costa Rica. It was the most magnificent thing I've ever had in my life, flan related. And I love flan. Coffee flan was off the
flan.
charts, bro. And my guy Has just hit me and told me he just created a coffee cheesecake.
Wait,
And-
has been cringe shit?
Has got a little cheesecake shindig going on in LA over there.
You trying to get a little cheesecake on?
He be doing it. He be selling them.
That's
He be
dope.
selling full cheesecake or slices and shit like that's his hustle.
Does he got like a website or something?
I mean, he in LA, bro. We not getting cheesecake over.
I was he can fly it.
there. He can fly. Rudy trying to pay $50 in shipping for a $20 cheesecake.
Only because
What episode?
I mean,
if it's my nigga, I support him.
What episode about a cheesecake?
Can I share that? Do you mind? Can I
Oh,
share
you
that?
want this? Oh yeah, because you out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I lost mine.
But yeah, I mean, if it's because
and I lost this same exact one too.
Oh, yeah, no. Because I remember when you said you had yours the last time here. I was like, I ain't gonna bring mine for a while, damn. Like you made me feel like I shouldn't have it. Everybody got a biscotti.
All right, well, shit. let's get into it, man.
Yeah,
because
man.
We need to talk about the
Yeah,
Batman.
that was a good tangent on some non-geek shit.
Yeah.
But we need to talk about the Batmans.
The Batman, fam.
The
Yeah.
Batman.
The Batman.
We've
Riddle
all
me
seen
this
it, right?
man, riddle me that man. We need to talk about the Batmans.
Oh, that was pretty good. I like that. You throwing it back?
So quick. All right, first, just round. How do you feel? 1 to 10.
Eagle, how many
Rate
eagle
it?
feathers? I'm trying to make that our
How many
thing.
ego feathers?
Trying to make
All
that
right,
our
five.
thing.
Are we doing the scale of 1 to 10?
Out of 10, he said. He
No,
already
let's do
said.
five. No, five.
Okay, I was he
Let's
already
do
said.
5. That's too many eagle feathers.
Yeah, five.
I mean, you got two wings though.
I'm sure eagle.
Five on each side.
All right, 10.
Five, that'll be dope. Five
Yeah,
on each
five
side.
on each side.
Yeah. Shit. You know what? I can't lie, bro. I gotta give it a 10. Like I'm gonna just give
we
it
call
a
that
10.
a feather duster.
No, I don't want to call. We're not calling it that.
You know what I'm saying?
A perfect
perfect
10 is the
10.
feather duster.
No.
Yes. It's the feather duster. I vote for that.
I'm
That's-
voting against that. We need a tiebreaker.
Rudy?
No, it ain't.
Deuces?
It's only if it's a perfect 10 across the board. Like we all have to give a perfect 10.
It's feather
It's
duster.
called a feather duster.
I hate that.
That ain't never gonna happen.
I'm
It never
going to
happened.
make sure I'm the last to go just in case.
And if it's a 0, it's a squawk. If it's like anything below a 3, it's a squawk. Squawk!
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
All right.
I'm going down the
All
line,
right.
ain't you?
I'm gonna give it a 10.
I'm gonna give it. Don't give it.
I'm
a
not
10.
giving it a 10.
Good,
so.
cause I'll give it a 10.
You giving it a 10?
Yeah, it was
Feather dusters.
it was great.
Dusters. Ron. Do it.
If I do it, it won't be real.
Oh,
If I do it, it won't be real.
so close.
I mean, because I.
That name's so trash.
Feather dusters.
I mean, it could be a 10. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
We feather dusted.
We gotta put the graphic up.
Right.
I'm gonna make an eagle with 10.
You gotta put an eagle with both wings,
I'ma
with
get
with
10
9 feathers, with one just glitching, just back and forth, back and forth. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it's I
It
will
was
give
great.
it a 10. It was a
Yeah.
great movie. I
can
mean,
we give short reasons why we gave it our score?
Yeah, I mean, you gonna go?
I'm gonna give it a perfect. I gave it a 10 because even though I do feel that there might be some small flaws as far as Batman, the interpretation, everything that I personally always wanted in a Batman movie because I hate the Dark Knight movies. It was in there. You're a Dark Knight hater too?
Oh, that movie's so overrated.
Thank you. The villains are the best
Yeah.
thing in that movie. That's it.
Well, I
and
mean, that's
all
what Dark
3
Knight
of
was.
them.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I felt.
Nothing else.
I think I agree. I agree with that. Like
So-
that's what made Dark Knight was the villains. Like you know
So
what I'm saying?
thank God, because every time I say that, I'm getting chastised. I'm getting downvoted on Reddit. People are like on my ass.
But that's because
and I'm like,
people don't realize that Batman, like you can't do the dark. Like Batman wasn't dark. Like y'all didn't make everybody else. The villains were dark for
Yeah.
Dark Knight. Batman wasn't dark. He was the same fucking Batman we've always fucking
Well,
seen.
I mean,
nothing was
people
dark.
always-
Nothing.
Right.
People always hate on me when I say that the Dark Knight Rises was the worst out of the trilogy.
Which one is that one?
That's the
With
last
Bane.
one.
With Bane.
With Bane. I liked that one because I love Tom Hardy and I liked his performance. But I did not like Batman. I
hated-
thought that a lot of it
Again,
was
you like to- you
stupid.
like to-
No,
villain.
so I thought the story was dumb because
Yeah, the
because
ending was
and
trash.
they tried to do too
well,
much.
The one thing that I hate because they did the first and the second act was the exact same thing. It starts off Batman because of his knees. He can't be Batman anymore. So they break him down. He's not Batman. He got to build himself up. He get the knee brace. He's back Batman. He meets Bane. Bane breaks his back. He's not Batman no more. He got to build himself back up. He gives him that. He's back Batman.
Yep.
Nigga, that's the exact same thing in 2 acts back to back. That was the majority of the whole movie. And then at the very end, he doesn't even kill Bane.
Right. That was
It was like, nigga,
That
like,
was
it
part of
so
what was
much
trash.
that I hate from that movie.
I
It
mean,
was-
if you put it like that, yeah, it was really shitty.
It was. It like I know everybody before. I think before this, was, oh, that was the greatest Batman. It just then none of the series, none of the series was great.
Are we?
But I
Is
wanna
that
get-
10 years ago? How long ago was it?
Yes, it had to be.
Okay.
So that's your reason. My reason why I gave it a perfect 10 is normally when I watch a Batman, I'm very critical about the balance of Bruce Wayne and Batman, right? Like, okay, like they gotta have a good balance, and it always pulls me out when somebody's not being able to be both, right? This one, I did not like Robert Pattinson's Bruce Wayne, but the Batman and everything else around it was so good that it didn't bother me at all, and so that's why I was like,
And he was really there.
right.
Everybody says that about the Bruce Wayne, but I actually liked it.
I
really liked
A lot of people did. I understand why. For me, the only reason why, and when you put it in context of the setting of this movie, then I can understand why
Yeah.
he's not the Bruce Wayne that that I'm so
Yeah,
used to.
that we're used to.
But it was like, yeah, man, I love the take on the villain. I love the build. Like I'm on history on here saying, with a superhero movie, what gives it the best is when they can world build. Like, yes, we know the characters and everything like that, but if the world feels like this is a different area than I've never seen, right? So with Gotham, I always say Gotham has to have a character, and the way that this Gotham felt, it felt like I said, it felt like Gotham. It felt like dog.
This one felt
This
like
shit
Gotham.
is like it's mayhem everywhere, and
And
every
I like-
corner you can die.
I like that when they showed it during the day, they didn't show it bright and sunny. It was
Yeah.
still gloomy and rainy.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So that's
Like-
why I gave mine's perfect 10.
It wasn't perfectly bright, but
Yeah.
my bad.
No. I gave it a 10, largely for a lot of the reasons that y'all said. Even like the things that I didn't like about it, or like I said, when I said I didn't like the wingsuit, not really that big of a deal. But
The wingsuit is funny though.
yeah, that
was
was
funny.
like I said. If I had to literally pick something, it would be that. But I think just the chemistry that Robert Pattinson and Zoe Kravitz that they had was fucking amazing. Like every time that they were acting together on screen,
Yeah,
it was like, yeah, this is they stole everything. Like stuff going around.
Zoe did, yeah.
Like-
she
Yeah,
did,
Zoe
she
was
did a
amazing
good ass
Catwoman.
job.
Yeah.
She did.
Like even like the scenes where she was going through going through the club, like she's talking to him through the eyes and like the ear thing. It's like, fam, that interaction is taking the scene, even though we know
Yeah.
other shit is happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it was just, and I was like, bro, if you can pull that, you got a good ass movie.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely put their relationship together quickly, and because in any universe, their relationship is always like that. You know what I'm saying? So I think that it was like because we was able to see that link together so quickly and lock it. Like it was no mistake in it. Like it locked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It really showed how good they were together on screen as a Batman. You know, Batman and Catwoman.
Yeah.
Hey, I'd have been a remote superhero though at the end if she looked at me and said, hey, let's go upstate.
A remote superhero. Don't say he gonna fight crime with drones. like,
Said I-
I'll be there
Hey,
3 to 5
technically,
days.
Iron Man did that. Remember? And what was it? No Way Home or Far
no,
From
he
Home?
wasn't it?
Far From
Far
Home.
From
Remember?
Home, yeah.
Remember
Far
that
From
he
Home.
sent the remotes Iron Man to help with Spider-Man. So You know, if Batman is the DC equivalent of Tony,
Now it'd have been.
Bruce could do it.
They would have been like, this Batman suit is everywhere.
That's
It'd
why I
been-
like Batman, because that's why I compared it to like the animated series, was because of his behavior.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Oh,
even
yeah.
though like he like, damn, I want to fuck her, but then he like, man, but you know, I'm dedicated to the bat. You know, like
Bro,
I can't let bats before hoes. Like you know what I'm saying? That's what.
Bat before Snatch.
Hey, that
Yeah,
intro.
bat before snatch.
His intro. No, his intro was crazy.
Bro, so that's another thing. So when you watch, when you go back and watch all of the Batmans, they always have a moment like their
You gotta fight the thugs, yeah.
Well, not necessarily fight the thugs. It's the introduction.
It's like when you
It's
find
the
this stuff.
introduction.
Yeah,
Because
literally.
if you think about it, so in Burton's Batman, like when he was similar to this one, he fights the thug, right? But when you think about Affleck's Batman, remember it was like horror. Remember that nigga was in the corner. And he popped down, was fucking them niggas
Oh,
up
yeah,
Batman
yeah.
versus Superman, right? So it's like, you know, I always pay attention to how those intros is.
Now we can forget about Batfleck. I'm sorry, because now that I look at it,
I like
his shit was
Batfleck.
trash.
I still like Batman.
No,
We
no,
gonna
no,
get him
we'll
in,
we'll get into
yeah.
that because I still hold him high. But like with this one, I like there was different things. Like one, usually it's always show Batman in the air, show the wings, scare him like that.
Fam,
He drops down.
bro, it
This
was
one,
that-
this nigga just walked out the dark
It was
like
that,
damn.
and with
But
the
I like that.
monologue,
That's what we're saying,
with the
we like it.
monologue when he
Yeah.
was talking about, he said they think I hide in the shadows, but I
Yeah.
am the shadow.
But I am the
and
shadow.
he walking out, I was like,
No,
nigga.
no, before that, when niggas saw the light,
Oh, yeah, when
and
they
niggas
saw
was doing crimes, niggas was like, he looked at that alley and
Everybody
said,
looking at
he
shadows.
said, nah, fam, I'm gonna go ahead and leave that shit low.
Yep.
Like, no, they. Like,
I peeped that too. I was like, oh.
niggas.
Dog.
Ooh.
When he walked
shit.
out, I definitely was like, ooh, I'm good, Batman. You know, just
And like I said, you know, and so like, we find out that this is year 2 Batman, right? So it makes sense with like a lot of the things that we're seeing. With
We
him.
saw he
It's
wasn't
not-
polished.
Yeah, he wasn't polished. He wasn't perfect.
Bro, when he took that tumble,
I
I don't think we got
cried
the
laughing.
Bacardi yet, though. Did we?
No, yeah, we sure did. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
No, oh no,
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 we
about
did.
why you gave it a 10?
Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't talk about it.
We did it.
Could
We
have
did
sworn
it.
he did.
No, I didn't.
No,
You
no.
started.
No, I didn't do it.
No, we did not.
No, Liv started for sure.
No,
but I
no, I'm
could've-
saying you were like, okay.
No, I started it.
Yeah,
No,
you
I
did.
know you started. Never mind. I'm saying.
Yeah,
thought,
I know what you're saying.
No,
I
no,
thought you
didn't.
did though.
But I didn't. No, I
Go ahead then. My bad.
I mean, it's fine. It's fine. Go ahead.
Bro, go ahead.
I mean, mine is really because like it's really that it's like of all the Batmans that that we've watched, whatever. This one, I think this one giving it a storyline of where he was and the whole experience, like to me, I call it still like the Detective Comics Batman.
No, it definitely
But
was.
you know what I'm saying? But it was also like I just don't know. I just want to be Batman. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't skilled. Like we were saying, like he wasn't skilled at nothing. He was moody as a bitch. Like this is probably the Batman that really created the fear that is Batman. Because this nigga was really not giving a fuck about
Yeah.
I
nobody.
mean, shit, they was calling
Like,
that nigga Vengeance. They
yeah.
wasn't even calling
Yeah,
him
they
Batman.
definitely just calling him
It was
Vengeance.
like, what up, vengeance?
like,
Like, Batman just faster. Why don't you say that?
so
They
like
had
What
to-
up, Vengeance?
You gotta put respect on
Like-
him. This nigga, dog.
Because it was like for me, like what caught me is like this shit was gonna be good was when he was at the club door. Like, do you know who I am? And he was
Yeah.
like, yeah. And you like,
Hey.
let me talk to your boss.
Wait,
They like, what? Get the fuck out of here!
Yeah.
Like,
And they was really treating dog, bro.
They was twins.
Yeah.
And they got their ass beat 3 times by the same nigga.
Dog. That's like what, like, because I mean, because that's why when you watch it, I'm like, fat, this nigga not sneaking in nowhere.
He not.
not
coming in on the back.
He
I'm
coming
coming in through the
regular.
front door,
Yeah.
and I will beat your ass if you
Yeah.
think you got
Hey,
look, like.
no, the fact that they let him in on a crime scene and niggas was like, "Hey, y'all gonna let him in?" And niggas was like,
Yeah,
I'm doing
like,
that.
Fam really waiting for me. Like, you got your hand on my chest. I'm gonna wait for you because you gonna move it, and I'm gonna walk past. You know what I'm saying? Like fam, like I was back, and that the dude made the one stop on him. He was pretty much at every time where he watches the crime scene and the Batman just pop up again. He like, bro, you can't be here. like this Batman was really doing what the fuck.
Hey,
like, Rob was
What he
doing.
wanted.
You want to know what the funniest scene in the whole movie was? And this is gonna just jump in real quick, but the funniest scene in the whole movie is when they had him in the fucking GCPD, and the black dude was like, "He trying to tell me." Because like what made it so fucking funny was it was like they calmed everybody down, and you can just see him stewing like, "Give me that motherfucking mask."
Bro, he shot up quick when they tried to take his mask. Like,
Yeah.
He got up quick as a
That shit. That's what I'm saying. So I mean, yeah, this was like I feel like every Batman story, every Batman we watched were good, But I think how they painted the story and how this was literally like it was spot on. What you wanted to deliver, you delivered it. Like it literally is like all of that is rolled up into this movie.
I like this one a lot.
As far as even like we like the take on the Riddler, I think that to me that's because we always talk about a villain is going to be like what sells a movie or whatever, right? That's what brings it. And like if you think about all the Riddlers that we ever got, like we got it's either a goofy Riddler or it's either a Riddler who's just intellect, you know, but still kind of like quirky.
Right.
Yeah.
This one they made him horror. Like I got big.
I mean,
He was definitely Jigsaw.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
feel like he was a combination of like it would have been like Scarecrow and Riddler. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
Zodiac Killer.
That's
that's
what he's based off of. Like they said it like he was based off of the Zodiac Killer. Not the original comic, but the take on it in this movie was based off the Zodiac Killer.
I liked that they gave us like Batman. This Batman felt realistic. Like this could happen because the Riddler, who he looked like to me when I would see him and when I would hear him talk, he looked like to me that Dylan kid that killed them folks up in the church.
Oh, Dylan
like
Rue.
that's who he struck me as. And I'm like, you know, people who do things like that, you know, they look for they're so desperate for attention. Mm-hmm. They try to get other people hooked on to doing what they do.
Yeah.
Well, see,
that's what he ended up doing. That's what he ended up doing.
That's why I enjoyed it because even having the other
he felt real.
villains.
Like this, like this has happened, just not at the scale.
Well, I wanted to ask y'all about it because, like, in every iteration of the Riddler that we did get, it was always the Riddler trying to show Bruce that he was smarter than him. But in this one, he was like, I made you team up with me because we're the same, right? And so this was a different take on it.
He
didn't look at Bruce as his op. He looked at Batman. Batman as his op. He looked at Batman as we on the same path.
I think he looked at Batman as his op, but he was hoping by what he was doing, Batman wouldn't be his op.
No,
because
I don't think
in his weird, twisted way,
until that moment where Batman was interrogating him and he realized he was like, oh, I don't think you was as smart as I thought you was.
Well,
that's what I'm saying.
But before I think that he was like, we on the, because remember he said, yeah, we did it, we got him. And he was like, nigga, what? He was like, yeah, I couldn't have did it because physically, you know what I'm saying, I'm weak, but like you helped me, we did it. Like that's what he was in that interrogation room, and I was like, that was a different take on the Riddler that I've ever seen in comic book, in video games, in cartoons.
Well, I mean, I think the play on it too because this Riddler wasn't literally. He was coming at Batman, but he was really using Batman to take down all, you know, like the whole Corleone and everybody. Like he was pointing them in that direction while still master.
By the way,
huh?
Falcone.
Falcone.
But like he was pushing Batman in all that direction while in the meantime still doing that master plan of blowing everything up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's where it was. Like when Batman.
Well, he thought Batman was gonna be on his side with that. He thought Batman was gonna be.
That's what I'm saying because
he thought Batman knew all of it. Like
he felt like him and Batman.
He didn't know what the fuck I'm doing. Like
he thought they was on the same page.
He felt they were on the same thing. Like he felt that if he got Batman to do these things, by the time he came up to beat him, Batman be like, "Yeah, dog, you."
Yeah.
Like, yeah, bro. Like, I'm fucking with you. Like, this is like, yeah, we need to expose. But where he fucked up at is that Batman is motherfucking Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Like,
hey, that moment, dog. It's funny because you never really see Batman have fear. But the fear in his eyes when he thought that Riddler knew.
I thought he knew his name. Yeah.
What, nigga?
I wasn't even in the game 2 years. The nigga was figuring me out. Like
he was pretty. He was pretty intense.
It was that was a pretty good speech that I definitely thought this nigga was gay. Like, dog, you got caught quick. Like,
me too. I was like,
you gotta kill this nigga then. And like, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely thought
bro, the entire time I'm trying to rationalize like how it's gonna work. I'm like, oh, they ain't gonna believe him. They gonna believe Riddler, but Riddler's gonna know it's Bruce Wayne. But they're not gonna believe. I'm trying to rationalize like how he knew who he was.
I thought Riddler was gonna die. I was like, oh, we finna get in. I was like, we really
Like,
finna get a new take on
that
Batman.
that was my first.
I was definitely there like, well, we really finna get a new
Yeah.
Batman.
The
all right?
cameras on him. He probably look like, damn, I can't kill this motherfucker.
That was my first thought though. Dude. Like I was like, damn, we finna get this real Batman. Like
I
he
just thought the
finna
nigga was
kill
I
dog.
thought the nigga was just gonna die in some way. Like this nigga, like it's gonna still be plot armor where we ain't gonna let Batman do it.
I
He was
thought
gonna be- he was
I
gonna
thought it
die.
was sad. I thought it was Batman
But-
finna be
Yeah.
by the day.
Like,
let's-
boy, what?
But
Like,
let's talk about John Turturro's Falcone.
Fam,
He killed that shit.
oh,
yeah, I enjoyed the Falcon.
He killed that
Like-
shit.
I mean, he did a great job. It was okay, but I felt like I didn't even notice like anything up until you mentioned it right now. For me, it was Penguin, like off top.
No, he
I'm
killed-
not saying Penguin. I'm not saying he was better than Penguin. I'm just saying.
he did a great
him
he did a
being
great
Falcon,
job.
Like him being Falcon, like playing the
Yeah,
role of the
Pan-
Falcon.
I feel like
did a
he's
good
done
job.
roles like that.
No,
though.
I've
Not
never
that I
seen-
can-
I've
not that I
never
can
seen
think
him in a
of.
role.
Okay,
He was
I'm
in
try-
Transformers. He was in Mr. Deeds. Remember, he's part of Adam Sandler's crew pack.
okay.
But yeah, he played that role
played
fucking
that
great.
role.
I mean, I think it still fitted him because to me he played more like mobster creep.
He was like the old mobster
Yeah, he was
though.
like the smooth talker one. That,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
but he really a creep.
he really a creep.
But
You
it
know what I'm
really
saying?
gave me like animated Batman vibes.
It
Like
did.
that's how I
It
would
did.
like
It
that.
definitely did.
Like how he was is how I felt like how they write like cartoon like. He's
Yeah,
a big
like
boss
like
dude.
it would be.
He's cowardly
Oh,
at
yeah.
the same
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Like,
You know?
he gonna call the
And-
girls toots and all that. Like,
Yeah,
he gonna
yeah.
toots
Like
it, yeah.
so, it was like I loved like that was I loved
It
that
was.
dynamic
Yeah, it definitely
of
was.
the bad guy, and I liked the different layers of different
Me too.
bad guys.
And
Yeah.
so,
Like
so you talked about Penguin. Colin Farrell's Penguin was
Great.
Tug. This is the next character this character is gonna look like this character. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but, and
like
they're doing a whole show now.
Yeah, he's getting a.
He's getting a spin-off
What's
show.
weird is when I first saw it, I was like, "This looks nothing like him."
Yeah, I didn't see it for a while.
But then as I was
nothing
watching,
like Colin Farrell.
yeah, as I'm watching
Me
the
too.
movie, I'm like, "Oh, I see it."
Yeah, because you
I
start.
don't know if it's just because
start
I'm like,
focusing.
yeah. So I'm like, okay, no, I see it now.
I had to. I was looking for it. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
this can't
It
be
took-
this.
it
motherfucker.
took me a long ass time.
Each
Yeah.
time,
It was like and I just watched it a couple days ago. Fam from Spawn when John Leguizamo.
Oh,
it
John
took,
Leg-
It
Yeah.
took me a minute for him to be like, oh, that's John Leguizamo.
yeah,
Like,
it felt like it was like one of those things where like it feels like it's loading because it's like each time it's like, oh, that's at like 30%. I can kind of see it.
Yeah.
Or like one of those
Bro,
things where
it came for me.
where they say go slowly
Yeah.
backwards and then
It came for me right after the car chase when
Yes.
Yeah.
when he was
Car chase,
tied up,
definitely, yeah.
like, and the car chase, like that's when it came to me.
Yeah.
I was like, yep, now I can see Colin in
yeah,
this.
and
bitch.
you know it's like it also like how you said like this is how the like I feel like I don't know about y'all, but the Arkham series, the character designs of Arkham series, is like one of my favorite like Batman universe character designs, and I feel like this Penguin. Like it was this like
Yeah.
Colin Farrell's Penguin was closer to the Arkham series.
I feel like the,
I feel like
the-
they
I
did
feel
a
like
lot
the
of.
suit-
I think they did a lot of
Yeah.
Arkham series
I
stuff
feel like the
because the
Batman suit. I
Batman
feel like the
suit.
Bat suit felt Arkham
Yeah.
too.
It looked like it kind of looks like the Arkham armor, whatever.
Yeah.
And that's
armor
what I was
Batman.
like, because I was actually talking to somebody else too. Like, was there never a Batman suit that shot his batarang from his chest?
No, I never see that shit.
Nope, never.
Really?
Nope.
So
That was
a
an
rich-
interesting. That was an interesting concept.
It made sense to me though
It
because
may-
how
I'm like, why
how
would this never been you?
like where did other Batman grab his
Wait.
batarangs from?
Yeah, he had
Like,
them on his utility, but did y'all hear the
But they
theory
would be
about-
tiny.
Did y'all hear the theory about the actual the metal that what it is?
What
The
is
theory is it's the gun that killed the Waynes that he melted down and molded to it. That's what they said.
He'd be emo enough to do that.
That-
though. This
that
Batman
is
would
so
be emo
wild.
enough to do it.
I
don't want to see a
He
backstory
would.
about it because it
Well,
make me bad.
who would think of that? Like
That-
I
that
never
Bruce
even
Wayne
thought of
would.
Another
that.
emo nigga.
That
He
Bruce
just-
Wayne would.
Who really feel
I'm
that
saying
Bruce
what
Wayne.
fan would think of that?
Another
Like,
emo motherfucker who feel this Batman
I
is the
forgot how
best
you supposed
movie
to
ever
fucking
created
call
in
it.
life, nigga. Like that's how you would go that deep down into it. But
Yeah.
I can see it
this was
because
the
I was like that
best.
shit. Like I didn't care for the Batmobile as much though.
I
I
loved
loved it, bro.
I
Because
loved
when you
it.
think
I
about
loved it.
Fear
And
and
the
that the sound of that
Yeah.
engine.
And the way it came, and the way it showed
Like
up,
it
bro.
really wasn't like I didn't care for the look
And
of
I
it.
love that it was like human enough to be like believable.
Yes.
That's what I loved
That's
about
what I'm
Batman.
saying, like,
Everything was believable.
What I did
Like
it 'cause
everything.
It felt like I said, it's his freshest 2 years. So he don't got back. Like, he ain't met Lucius.
He ain't
Fox
met
yet.
Lucius. He ain't got
So,
Lucius
like,
yet.
So this nigga just tuned him a motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, charger or something.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I'm on your ass. Like,
That was one scene that had me dying though. I was like, Batman sure won't kill somebody, but this nigga caused an entire wreck on the
Dog,
freeway.
you saw that? I was, bro.
I was
said
in
the same
the movie
thing.
theater. I was in the movie theater like, this nigga's killing millions of
Bro,
people.
no,
Except the bad guy.
Yeah,
Wait, the
except
part-
the bad guy.
and
also-
stopping Catwoman from doing
in
it.
addition to killing people, fam, there was mad 18-wheelers that he stopped and toppled over.
Yeah.
So that
Bro.
means gas, food, like somebody didn't
He
get their
killed
supply.
so many truck drivers in that
But I was
movie.
like,
Somebody
I was
didn't
like,
get
when I was
their
watching it, I was watching it like,
Fucking up that Canadian cowboy.
I was
He
watching like,
said-
this is why they don't like you. Like, this is why Gotham look.
Cause I
That's
definitely,
that nigga out on the freeway. Like, bro, I was trying to get to work and this nigga
Man,
flipped me.
bro.
Like,
He fucked some shit up.
yeah. Like, niggas think about when you make those little memes about like all the superheroes, like seeing your car get thrown by Superman or whatever.
Yeah.
Bro,
But
I-
Batman be on the streets with you. He's human.
Yeah.
So literally, like, this nigga is gonna be driving down your block and knock all
And
y'all
all you
shit
hear
sideways.
is,
Yeah.
But I would hate him for life. Like,
And he ain't looking. So, like, nigga, I know this nigga hit somebody.
be that
in
one
his
nigga
life.
at the end scene when everybody was looking up at him and all he was carrying the gun. Fuck you, nigga.
Like-
Have a nigga holding you back.
Like, Batman,
Bro,
that's what I'm
that-
saying. Like, Batman was, like, and was so crazy.
That Batmobile.
There's
is
always
fire.
there's always a Batmobile chase scene in every Batmobile movie, but for some reason this one really
This
looks
felt
like a
way
lot of
more
people
destructive.
died.
Yes.
Like, this one looked like a lot more people died in this.
This one felt so
like,
destructive.
even in the Batman with
tank.
Freeze, Dr.
Oh, no, you're talking about,
Mr. Freeze, where they were going through the city,
Batman and
like
Robin.
Yeah.
it wasn't like this.
Yeah, that was Batman and Robin.
This motherfucker, like, he killed so many
Many people.
convoy riders, bro.
bro. Like I said, in the Nolan ones, he pretty much had a tank. He didn't cause this much damage.
Right.
Yeah.
With a tank.
Like, that's
No,
what-
this-
And he in here in a Gran Torino and shit, like
going bonkers,
going
bro.
insane,
Right, no,
hitting
like-
jet fuel on that
Like,
bitch.
that's what, like, he really fast and furious and shit, bro. Like, that's
What
what I was
y'all-
like. So that's what I said. Like, everything about the movie, I agree. Like, what I'm saying, like, everything is rough. It's 2 years.
Yeah,
in,
2
with
years.
all this
Year
money.
two.
He
Bro,
rich,
I
though.
don't want it to change.
What year
like,
was it set? That was one
like
question I had.
2000
Did they say? I
yeah,
didn't-
they
know
showed
now.
it.
I didn't
A
see
couple
it.
of times.
It was 20 years later from now.
It was like
Where-
it was
where?
in the 2000 something,
It was
I,
like
2009.
that.
missed him. I have to go. I gotta go watch it again.
Yeah,
You
I-
didn't see the date? You didn't see the dates?
I feel like it didn't matter.
They gave
No,
it-
it definitely it
It
didn't matter.
does. Yeah.
It does.
Because
I think that it was.
Did's about to tell us.
Was he?
No, I felt like it didn't matter because I felt like
Oh,
it-
that the Dayton did it?
yeah, that the date.
Oh, I kind of did.
Yeah, I thought it mattered too.
I didn't
But
think
what
it mattered
for?
because
It's
Because
modern-
Batman
it's
is
modern.
always dated. You know what kind of Batman you're getting depending on the date, like
No,
of the
but
year.
that's the
like,
thing. You just told me it was set in
just knew it
09.
was year
I
two.
thought it was set in like the 90s. Hell,
No.
there were certain scenes I was like, bro, this might be the 70s.
No,
Like
early 2000. It was early, but
I don't see how
that's
y'all follow
Gotham
that.
though. It was
that's
early
Gotham.
2000s.
but that's what I'm saying. That's
I
why I
want to
felt
say
like it didn't.
2009. Google that real quick
It was
because I
like-
saw it.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I felt like it didn't matter.
Or even
No,
2014.
It was now, fam. Like the early.
It wasn't
I don't-
2020.
I don't
No,
think it
because
was
it was 20
2020.
years later. Yo, you talking about the time he showed was he was as a kid. It was like 20
That
years
felt
later.
that's why I said the 70s and 90s because that shit felt like the 70s.
But it was like 2000. That's when.
But
it was
no, they
but
had
I thought,
cell
but I thought the
phones.
current not in the throwback ones.
No, not
Current-
in the
but
throwback. I'm talking about in this
rich
one.
niggas had cell phones.
No, but not as small as they had. Like
That's what I'm saying. Like it was now. Like it was 2000.
It was
It was
now.
like 2001, 2002.
The
So they,
bad-
said,
what-
they said based off of a photo, the Batman shows that the year of the film is seemingly 2019.
yeah, there
Oh
was.
shit! Okay.
It was like closer
Based
to
off,
now.
it was a taxi cab photo. I'm trying to find it.
It
That's
just
what I'm saying, it's closer to now.
it didn't feel like it felt like the 90s.
But I think that's why everybody.
So yeah,
has,
because this taxi cab sticker says Gotham City, licensed taxi cab, blah blah blah, year 2019.
Okay. So okay, that makes
Which
sense.
is when
man.
they would have started filming this movie, right?
Yeah, it makes sense. So they probably did do it.
But I mean, that's why everybody has in mind. Like it's pretty much if you're looking at it, it's if the Batman real person came out really right now in this life.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
that's
saying? That's what it's a really.
that's why I
modern
like
take.
him.
You know what I'm saying?
So
It didn't. It didn't feel like it didn't. Even me thinking it was in the 70s, like you said, the throwback, and in the 90s with the current. It didn't feel like I was out of time or anything. Like it. It all felt still okay. I was just like, fam, Gotham could have been any time in the last 80 years.
And
Yeah.
so
You would have never known.
Like Gotham could.
It's like they keep it the same, like poor and shit.
That's Wayne. They on.
So what did y'all think of Jeffrey Wright's Gordon?
I liked it.
Yeah,
I thought it was cool. I thought it was a good supporting character. We didn't really get a lot. I don't think so of character development
I like
for
that,
him alone.
'cause remember,
but-
he's
not commissioner. That's what
And I
I'm
like
He's
saying.
not Commissioner
And I like-
Gordon.
so
Yeah.
if you think about this, both him and Bruce, they was not the top tier detectives like they should be. Like we know they are, and so I like seeing that aspect too because he was they both got that whole Spanish phrase "war on." They was like
They did. I loved when they would give Batman human things.
Yeah.
He wasn't perfect.
He wasn't
Like
perfect.
he wasn't, and I loved that scene. I thought that was probably one of the best scenes I've ever seen in a movie, where the entire movie they got us believing some shit for at least a third of the movie. It was at least
it was a good
45
chunk, for
minutes.
sure.
It was a good chunk. Then they find out they wrong.
they was wrong.
Like they wrong, and the penguin tells them they're wrong. Bro, that right there solidified the 10 for me. I was like, just that little thing right there. It was so telling.
It just showed how
It was just telling of how realistic they wanted us to make believe this movie.
And that's why I love it too, because it was like every villain was like their first time meeting dude. Like, what are you supposed to be doing? Like
Yeah.
everybody
It did feel like
it did feel like
even with
like-
the penguin having the history, like him and penguin clearly had history, but it was like they must have didn't
I
interact.
don't think they ever asked.
I think
he
just
always
know.
just fucked with his people.
He
like,
fucked with
dude.
his
Oh, you
people,
think
but
he
they
just-
never had the face to face.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, finally met him for
But
the
I
first
still
time.
be. I guess it's still the history, right? They know each other.
Yes, it says history is know each other. So when you see it up front, you're like, oh, so you really a nigga dressing
Yeah,
like a
but
man?
that was everybody. Like that was like so like. You know,
He was like, this entire time, I thought my henchmen were lying. Like, you really a bat.
like,
Oh word, shit!
I was
Damn,
whooping their ass even
I
more.
said, damn, I
For
owe
lying
Tommy
to
an
me.
apology. Fuck this nigga.
Like,
I done killed a whole bunch of niggas on your line.
Let me go ahead and
Like a bat nigga.
oh, you get whooped up by a bat? Okay.
Okay.
All right,
I
a
got
bat.
some flowers to send to families and shit. I done fucked up.
Like, God.
Batman whooping them with bats and shit.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Hey, imagine that you a boss and like you expected a big shipment. And that shit don't come. And you like, nigga, what the fuck happened? Dog, a nigga came down with he was dressed as a bat. Like, wait, nigga, what?
Right.
He was dressed as a bat and he whipped all y'all. And like, yeah, like, and nobody's dead. He just beat y'all up and tied y'all up dressed as a bat. All right, nigga, fuck
One
that.
Right.
one nigga did all this.
Said it wasn't.
Right, like it sound like you gonna be like, nigga, I'm about to kill all y'all.
All of y'all.
One of y'all did it, fam.
Like y'all all should have died. He should have killed y'all all.
Dog.
I had the
sounds-
audacity to come back to me. You know what I'm saying?
It
Dog.
sound wild, but
That's what I'm
it's
saying.
true.
That's why.
And
That's
Penguin
why
really found out it was
That's
true.
why I loved it, because it was like when you really watch the movie, you saw how everybody's really interactive. Like Gordon was the only nigga. So I did like Gordon, but the nigga was talking like Batman.
Bro,
like,
he felt-
you know what I'm saying?
it-
Like
he-
when they
it
really
looked-
were close to each other, they both were just like, and I be like, bro,
It felt like
See, I didn't take it at that. I took it as like, you know how a black person talks to somebody try to keep it on the low? 'Cause, like, even when he
Yeah.
told him he was in there, he was like, hey, man, look here. Just look at that. Just hit me real quick, my nigga. And then, you know what I'm saying? like I feel like he's in a constant state of talking to Batman. Like, hey, yo, nigga, look here. All right, so
I
this was
felt
going
like he
down,
just
nigga.
felt defeated every time he had to go to Batman. Like he just was like.
I feel like it was normal for
I
him.
love-
Like,
It looked, that's
like
what I'm
he
saying.
had
That's-
no choice.
That's
like,
why he looked defeated. Like he was like, every time he was outside the bat scene.
Hey,
Like,
man, nigga, shit.
Like,
Right.
I love it because every time he came with that nigga, they like, Gordon! Like,
why is he here?
he like, bro,
The
we
one-
need the help. We need the
Hey,
help,
the
bro.
white people really hated Batman. And if
do
you know,
know-
Gordon
you
was
know
the
how
only
disrespectful
black
that
dude.
is, though? Like, nigga,
That's
you
what
got
I'm
all these niggas on your floor. You like, I got a nigga from the outside coming in to help everybody out.
That's what I said. He felt defeated.
And
Yeah,
that's
we not gonna do
costume.
this.
And that's
Bro.
why that scene's so funny, because you know that black dude like, dog, this nigga Gordon always bringing this nigga
nigga
up.
around.
Who is this nigga? Hey, give me this motherfucking mask.
Like, it was like, that's what I'm saying, like, shit like that. Like, Gordon's love for the Batman. Like, when that nigga told him, like, you know the motherfucker I trust. Like, I'm like, bro, this nigga.
Oh, shit,
like,
yeah.
it's really them two against the world right now, I feel. Like, they were really, like, just two bumbling idiots. Just, like,
That was
figuring this
really
shit out.
funny.
All
I
right.
like the relationship,
Me
and
too.
I like the Gordon.
And then Zoe Kravitz.
I love
mean,
her.
she bodied it.
I think she did great.
Told
as
you.
Catwoman.
I'd have been a remote superhero.
I think she did the best Catwoman on
too.
screen.
And
period.
what I like about it too, same thing. Like we talk about this whole movie. This is not Catwoman, full Catwoman. This is Catwoman who still got.
I feel like this is full Catwoman.
No. What I'm saying is she still got ties.
Yeah,
like,
she didn't have the whip yet.
She didn't.
Right.
Like, she was.
She did have a whip,
No, she didn't.
bro. She had a whip.
No, she did not.
Yes, she did. Okay, she twice in the movie she used the whip. One was makeshift. The other one she rolled it up and took it with her.
I don't remember that scene.
Bro, look it up.
Hold on. Let me finish what I'm saying in regards to it, like, because like what I'm saying is so.
No, I got to because I
you
can't
look
be
it up.
tripping.
You look it up. The Catwoman that we know, like I said, she doesn't like. She has no ties. Like, you know what I'm saying? She's on her own. She's out on her own. She's still she's fully understanding. I'm going to be this thief. I'm going to be doing this. You can't change me, right? In this Catwoman, she had a little bit of conscience. She still was dealing with trying to figure out. Like I felt like we saw her realize that seduction is one of her strongest strengths. Like we saw her come into fruition with that. She still had her ties, but then they killed off her ties. So now at the end, she's definitely truly the full Catwoman.
Because the magazine cover has her with the whip. I'd be shocked if they had her on the magazine cover with the whip and not in the movie.
But
there was a scene where I thought she was gonna get a whip. Like,
but see, the whip is not even. What I'm saying is like the cat. When I'm talking about full Catwoman, the Catwoman who's just I am this. I am this master thief. You are not going to change me. I'm out for myself. I don't trust anybody.
Oh, hold on. I see something that says Batman wasted one of Catwoman's deadly weapons, but upgraded another. So let me see. I could have swore to you I seen her with
but
a
that's
whip.
not
like I
my
said,
point.
I'd be shocked if
That's
in the
not my-
magazine cover they have it and then it's not in the movie.
That's not my point. My point is just like you don't never really see the growth of Catwoman. By the time we get introduced to Catwoman and everything, it's always Catwoman's already fully Catwoman. Outside of unless you count the Halle Berry one, and I don't count that one because that backstory made no sense. Right, so it's like this one you get to see that, and I really like to say
I knew it. She only rocked the whip when she went to Penguin's warehouse to steal cash.
You missed both times where I said she must have had it.
we already
No, but I'm confirming it because must have and not because y'all had me thinking I was crazy. I was like because I be wrong so many goddamn times. I was like, am I crazy?
I still didn't.
Did I not see this?
I heard y'all, but I was really waiting.
I'm sorry.
So like I just
couldn't
like
remember seeing it at all.
this movie. I just like we never really saw year 2 of Batman. Like this is, and I love this. Like every Batman we always
you'll see year 1.
You see year 1 or you see established Batman,
and then you assume by year 2. But it's like
year 2. You gotta think year 2 is all, like you gotta think sophomore year of high school, right?
Fair.
Year 2 is always different because see freshman year you don't know what's going on.
Yeah, everything's new.
So everything's new.
Year 2, you kind of think you got it.
Think you got it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how
you
you was
still
moving
get
though.
shit.
That's why you said like you know who the fuck I am, right?
That's that's why I said you're right.
But you still deal with some shit like, oh shit, damn, I forgot. I didn't know about that one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I love this. Like you said, you saw Villains year 2. You saw.
I do think
Batman
by the end of the
year 2.
movie that she was closer though to the because I think now she doesn't have any attachments, and that's kind of what you think with Catwoman.
Yep.
The only thing I guess every other time you see Catwoman, I never feel like we already were in their relationship. Like I feel like that's gonna feel different moving forward.
That's new with this because they like Michael Keaton and Michelle Pfeiffer. They did.
Pfeiffer?
I say it like that.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
I say it like that because of Key and Peele. Act like y'all,
like
y'all ain't seen Key and Peele. Get the fuck out of here, dog.
Okay, I still was mad though.
Pfeiffer, bro.
Ever since Key and Peele, it's Michelle Pfeiffer.
That's fair.
Because
I do say Liam Neeson's.
Right, Liam Neeson's.
Liam Neeson.
And y'all didn't notice that I've been saying the Batmans all day?
I mean, that you adding S's to words is typical.
I mean, you do.
Infinity Wars.
So we expect S's.
I didn't hear it.
Batman's. I heard
my
it.
fault. I got us off track.
Batman's in the beginning.
Yeah.
I got us off track. My fault. I do want to hear the rest of your statement.
But no, what I'm saying is like Michael Keaton and Michelle Pfeiffer's relationship as Batman and Catwoman was the best that we like. Because I didn't like Nolan's version of it. I didn't like Anne Hathaway's.
That was Anne Hathaway.
I didn't like Anne Hathaway's Catwoman.
Yeah.
That Catwoman reminded me of like the fucking vintage Catwoman.
Like Eartha Kitt Catwoman?
Yes, and Anne Hathaway's Catwoman reminded me of that.
Okay. So it was like
Zoe's Catwoman?
No, Anne Hathaway.
When you said she wasn't full Catwoman, I feel like she was full Catwoman.
At the end or in this whole movie?
Just the whole movie.
Yeah, I think she was. I feel like she was.
Because the core of her is there. She may not have her suit. She may never get one.
Like, I think she was still a petty thief.
She was a petty thief.
No, because her petty thief was trying to. It wasn't petty. She was trying to get the passport.
But I'm saying like
No,
she was
her-
just.
remember
She
Bro,
was just,
she
at the
did
end when she was trying to
everything.
steal-
just
she
getting
was
back
just
at,
trying
like,
to
at the end, that's why I said her progress. We saw the progress of her becoming.
But the
full
thing
Catwoman,
is, I don't
what
think-
I'm saying.
Oh, you
I
said
don't.
that.
I think she always did everything she was doing as Catwoman. She had to have the way that when I interpret her when they first showed her, she already been on that shit. She's already been on it. She didn't just start doing it there at that movie. Like those were the things she did. Typically, were the things she did, and she said it because I feel like she alluded to that too when she was talking about being an orphan or something, or how she had to grow up with her mom. I don't think like she became
I thought that was
Catwoman
just her
in the
working at the
movie.
club.
Right, but see,
I feel like that's what she just
but
did.
So I guess when I'm saying full Catwoman, I guess I'm talking about, and again, because I've been playing the Arkham series, I'm just going to use that as like when you get introduced to Catwoman. There's no ties. She realized exactly who she is.
That's what I'm saying.
She ain't seeking anyway. She's like, fuck, I am just Catwoman. I am going to be this thief. I'm out for myself, only for myself. Like, I feel like this.
And this
Catwoman
one,
wasn't
like
that until
a
the
full
end.
fledged Catwoman, he thinking wouldn't have said, "Hey Bruce, you should come with me up to upstate."
Yeah.
It would have been, I know what kind of person you are. I know what your attachments
Yeah.
are. I'm just here to fuck around while I'm here.
Yeah.
And then, do whatever.
So that's what I mean by that. But yeah, man. So where do y'all think it's going? Like I said, we know that we get in.
I didn't actually really know they was going to expand it. I thought it was
Well,
gonna be a one-off with Joker.
what we know, what was originally announced was it was going to be an Arkham series, a GCPD series, and a Penguin series. The GCPD series got kind of merged into the Arkham series, so now we're only getting an Arkham series and a Penguin series,
and we know there's a sequel.
and there's a sequel movie coming.
Arkham. Wait. Before we get off of this, like you know, put spoilers. We should have put spoilers. Does it matter?
I can put it in the.
The very last scene. Who do y'all think was in the jail cell?
Oh, they confirmed it.
They confirmed it. He said it was Joker.
Who said?
The director. But he
That
also
laugh,
said.
that laugh was so fucking.
But what he also
atrocious.
said was that doesn't mean Joker is next. That doesn't mean that Joker's gonna ever show up. He's just sort of saying that this is the
Are
world.
you sure? Because
That's
are you sure?
ter-
Because what I've heard is in the sequel, you're going to get Riddler and Joker teaming
Oh,
up.
that's no. They haven't.
I hope they don't do Riddler next. I hope they don't do it
we
again.
already
With a
know
team
Riddler.
up or not, it's got to be
Well,
something.
I mean, here's the thing. There's three theories that I heard of what's coming next. So they said that was the one that's getting the most tick is Joker and Riddler teaming up in regards to there. Another theory I heard was because the city is flooded, they need somebody that can stop the flood, and that they may introduce Mr. Freeze because in this world, because that would be an easy way to stop that in regards to that. And
not easier than Aquaman just coming and just I'm just being.
They're not mixing this. Matt Reeves already said it. He said he's not blending this
So
with
he's not
anyone.
gonna. So I mean, they don't have to bring Aquaman literally in it, but they're not even gonna mention like Aquaman had anything.
Nah, because he said he focusing on just Batman, DC,
so they would have to
Gotham.
use, so they would have to
and
use
everything.
somebody.
So somebody within Gotham in regards to that, and then the other one was that the next one was going to be focused on. There was going to be a movie that was turned into like an Arkham, right? But like I said, we already got the series. But then I was thinking, what if that movie is the launch to it?
It could be
Right,
but
because
so I do have his quote whenever you finish.
Oh yeah. So it's like focus because when you see at the end when Gotham gets flooded, Arkham is not flooded because Arkham is not attached to Gotham, so it's more like an island, kind of like Alcatraz. So because of that, and all the police was already on Gotham, they're saying that like Arkham may have limited police, and with the Joker and Riddler running through, and taking over it.
So
I have his. I'm gonna read the full quote. Man. Don't.
Go. And so with Joker and Riddler, teaming up, that is going to be they're going to overrun Arkham, and so like the next movie may be an Arkham. So those are the three theories I've been hearing from the sequel.
I saw that when I was googling it again. But so he, like I said, he's flat out said they asked him who was unseen Arkham inmate because that's what's listed in the credits. He said, "No, you're right. That is the Joker." But he said that's not an Easter egg scene. It's not one of those end credit Marvel or DC scenes where it's going to be like, "Hey, here's the next movie." In fact, I have no idea when or if he's going to return to that character in the movie.
Yeah.
Well, I just read, he said we won't ever. He said the director.
He might go on full. That was the direct quote going into it. Then it's like the rest of the article. I don't want to read what the person whoever's writing the article is going on to say like he might have said after, because this is literally just his direct quote.
Yeah. That's I just read something similar, but yeah, like he said too. Like if anything, it was more just to like.
Yeah,
just show the world like this ain't changing, and that disappoints me.
That makes sense, though,
that it was the Joker, because when you were if you were able to see like his face looked slightly deformed. I thought it was Two-Face. Two-Face. The reason I thought it was Two-Face is because it would have been so dope if it was Two-Face, because considering the things that were going on, the people that were getting caught up in everything. Remember, what was Two-Face? What was Harvey Dent? He was a DA. He was a DA, right?
Yeah.
So this would have been a perfect way to introduce Dog.
Not necessarily.
Because
as already in jail?
Let me check it. Listen.
Yeah,
because it's not weird. Okay. The entire movie had to deal with the corruption within the police and everything. Harvey Dent is a DA. What if Harvey Dent wasn't a target, but eventually ended up getting half his face fucking fried off because of something that the Batman had to do with the Riddler, whether it was a bomb, whether it was something, and he also happened to be part of the low level, because, you know, there's low level crooked cops, or whatever. He happened to be just somebody that was crooked, but not on that radar, and he ended up getting fucked up in one of the explosions. Or something. And then he got taken in because the movie pretty much confirmed to us that they took everything out.
Because Harvey Dent was getting flown into Gotham. Like the story Harvey Dent, like he was brought into Gotham to change Gotham.
But they don't need to have that same story.
But even so,
they don't need to have that same story. I mean, they change character bios consistently.
They do, but
this would have been a more logical way to follow through with the Batman.
But they wouldn't even. Harvey Dent, his one of his biggest traits was he was always against the corruption. He didn't like Batman, and he was upset at the GCPD for how they.
That's why I'm saying his origin story. Like was just me thinking. Like if it could have been if it was Harvey Dent and he's fucked up and now he's in jail. His origin story is he was a crooked DA, probably forced to be crooked. He's got into an accident, half his face burned off. The accident happened to be because of something that Batman and Riddler both did. Therefore, that gives him both. I mean, you could, or you couldn't.
But that's not the reason why.
I mean, this is just what I thought.
I get it.
Because the Joker to me wasn't an option.
Yeah, no,
it just wasn't an option. Why?
Because
why would they give us another different Joker after Joaquin Phoenix?
I don't think they are. That's why
I don't think they're either.
I think, but I mean, I get why you would do it. Of course, you have money, of course. But I'm saying I get why you would have a. We want you to know that Joker's in this world.
It absolutely has to be Joaquin Phoenix Joker.
It can't be.
I'm
it
sorry.
Don't have to be because you got. It
does.
The Joaquin Phoenix Joker is like really in a sense like. Because
you
got to think even in the sense
Joker.
Like even in the sense like that Joker wasn't even the Joker, like that he didn't kill Batman's parents, like you know what I'm saying, or he sparked,
like we saw Thomas Wayne in that movie.
He sparked the rise of
the whole end of the movie though was,
and that was
the whole end of the
70s.
Movie was
like,
literally the whole end of the movie literally was Joker, because the idea of Joker was you never had an origin. You can't tell so saying. When the end came up, so. Here's the thing: when the end came up, you really don't know if what happened was real or what happened was fake, and it's his own twisted story behind it.
Yeah,
but also McCarthy's right; it was set in the 70s.
How come you can't? What Joker? You don't. That's the thing about Joker. Like Joker is such a character, you could do anything with him. That if they wanted to bring him in the year 2000, if they want to bring him in the year 2000 and keep him unaged. They absolutely can, because it's the fucking Joker. That's why.
You just really want Joker.
He got Joker. He got Joker armor.
Like I don't think they need to do anything with the Joker.
I don't think so either.
Literally have it so, like I said, that whole scene where it's that, and then it's a situation of where at the beginning of the Arkham show they can literally show a Batman walking in that Joker, and it's just to show this is Arkham.
I like the crime. I like the crime.
Right, that's what I'm saying. They can literally
with Batman walking Joker into the asylum,
and it can just show that.
I like the crime aspect. Everything is connected. The crime families, all of that stuff. Then you got the people that want to be anarchists like the Riddler. I agree. I don't care to have a Joker in this.
I think we need
I
Joker
want
in
them
it.
to keep
I don't
with
think
this
we need
shit.
him in the world. I think.
I don't think we're going
beyond what we know. He's
I think
we
we're
know
getting
he's
in a
the
real.
world.
I think we're getting a real Batman universe here,
That's
bro.
what I'm saying. Like we know
Kinda
he's in
similar to Gotham.
We know he's in the world. I think we are fine with knowing that's the extent of it. Like I said, to the point of in the Arkham series,
think he should
reshowing
I got
that walk into Arkham Asylum. Then you,
I kind of agree with you, but keep on going.
and
I
then
got something.
you can have that situation of even if the Joker's people are still doing whatever out in the city, he can be that person from where it's like he always is like, maybe we gonna see him, maybe we not. We don't necessarily need another. Oh, this is the Joker riding through Gotham pulling this bullshit again. We've had it 3 times. We don't need it again.
So here's where I agree with Bacardi, but I kind of agree with y'all. And here's where I think Joker should be the final, whatever this universe that they create, Joker should be the final villain.
I don't want that.
And hold on, let me finish. And let me tell you why. What this universe did, and kind of what it seems like a lot of these movies and shows are doing now, is that they're giving us reason to kind of be like, you know what? This person is the villain, but they kind of got like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you against big establishment or anything like that, there's some people that can feel like, oh, you know what, the Riddler, I get what he was trying to do, right? You know what I'm saying? You can justify it. The one thing about Joker is there's really there's never no justification.
Yeah, I feel like
so
y'all
the
take
reason why you can't put Joker as immediately that it's like, fam, you gonna introduce this Batman to somebody who is not redeemable that fast? Like, no. But if he's the final, let's say the next one they do like Zaz or like, you know what I'm saying, Freeze, like
I really hope they do Mr. Freeze.
like, because if you think about with Mr. Freeze, like,
or a Poison Ivy.
Poison.
I feel like their
Hold on.
universe is too real for them to have those gimmicky characters.
Well, here's the thing, Freeze. No,
really
Freeze is not
want some
gimmicky.
fucking.
Hold on.
Bro, you wanna get the.
Hold on, let Deuces finish.
Freeze is not gimmicky because Freeze's whole storyline, like his original storyline, is he was the scientist. He started and he really was trying to save his wife, and that's what led him into doing.
But he's in a whole suit that's keeping him cold.
I know that. I'm just saying.
That's why I call it gimmicky, because it has an animated gimmicky feel.
The show Gotham showed us that you can do it, and it doesn't seem so. It doesn't seem. So
What I didn't see what they did for Gotham.
And I don't think this series is as real as
There's still some.
there's still some fanatical.
But
But
aspects of it.
I didn't see any of it in the movie though. Like
The
anything
nigga-
like.
Bro, he took a shotgun to the chest.
But
took
he got-
automatics
nigga,
to the
He's
chest.
got- but those are-
got his head there to take it off by the beam from Paracel.
But those are
like I
that's
was like, bro, why
armor
you not- like
and things that happen. We didn't see like something wild, like something weird.
I ain't never seen somebody this close with 7 automatics on them going, brrrr, and you blocking
yeah,
it.
like what
I ain't
That
never seen no armor
that is literally like movie stars, the movie stuff.
Well, that's what we're saying.
But
There's still
if you
stuff
want to
in this
be
movie
real about
that.
it, if you want to be real
Batman
about
swinging
it,
from the fucking Titantron,
that's
and then
not
dropping it.
that's not the same as a dude
but
that's
I
living
think-
inside of a
but-
cryogenic suit.
But I mean, that's you
It
gotta
takes takes what we saw
But I mean,
with
you
Gotham
just-
into a different
But isn't that
like,
every?
level.
Isn't that
It's
how every
weird.
comic? Isn't that how every comic pretty much is until you get a fanatical character?
Those are comics, like.
But I'm saying, so if we're gonna take the comics and put it onto the screen, you have where comics it essentially feels
the
like real
Riddler is
people
a gimmick. Like, I don't
until
understand
you
this for- I don't
until you
understand
get to those fanatical characters like a Mr. Freeze.
I feel like they're giving us a more realistic aspect with the Batman instead of a comic-y, gimmicky comic book one. That's why I'm
I
like,
really hope not,
I would
man.
like it. I'm apprehensive. I don't know how it would even work.
I think what's throwing me
Like
is
even
that
when
you
they did Dark Knight, Scarecrow was just a dude with a bag on his head with some hallucinogenics.
But that's
you
what
know?
Scarecrow really does, though. He was
That's what
he
no,
was a
it,
psychiatrist,
not
but-
in the comic books. In the comic books, he's not. You don't see a person. He is like an entity, a thing,
No, he's
depending on what you see.
No, he's
Bro.
always been a person. The only reason why people see him that way is because they got hit with the fear toxin.
So
He's always been a regular person.
Even in the cartoon.
Not all the time. Not in every iteration.
So
of
there's
Scarecrow.
so you're saying there's an iteration of him where he's literally a
His
fucking
name is
monster.
Hugo
Like, he's a
Strange.
monster.
He's always a person.
Like the Scarecrow.
in
he's
the
a
dark
monster.
in
he's
the
never
last
been,
night in the last night
Like,
he
he's
was
never been a human being at all. He was literally like some.
in
ghost
the
being.
last night they made him into like at least the way he was drawn. It looked like he was just some other. That's why I'm saying different iterations.
Yeah, but that's not the common.
different iterations. But he was still weak in the dark. He was like a little bitch. Like
Because he had the fear toxin. He was fine as long as he had the fear toxin. But that's how the Scarecrow to me was in the animated. Like the animated Scarecrow literally always had his smoke.
But
And
like
if he stopped that.
like I would like seeing a Poison Ivy in this world where she's controlling plants. Like that would be so weird to me. Like I am really enjoying the realistic crime aspect of this Batman.
Like
and
you
putting
pretty much-
something
you pretty much
gimmicky
want
in
him
it.
to fight nothing but completely human beings.
Well, everything
villains.
the way they made it, the way they made this movie scene is like everything is human. Okay,
But I mean,
even Catwoman, you know, even Catwoman.
was human.
Yeah,
I mean,
But-
Catwoman is human though.
Catwoman had cat-like properties, such
No,
as
she was always human.
she had cat-like properties though. Like it was, they always exaggerated her just a slightly just
She was
bit
agile
of
like a cat. That's
Yeah,
all
she
she
was.
exactly. You
I
know,
mean,
she didn't have
She
cat
is
like
agile.
properties.
which
cat,
she
though.
kind of is, but okay, that bad. I'm gonna keep going back to the Poison Ivy thing.
No,
Like that
but
was
I
weird.
I think I get what you're saying, but
there's
I'd
still-
be really disappointed.
But there's still ways you can do it. Poison Ivy
okay.
is
I was
Poison Ivy
in
is
the middle of
literally
a
a
sentence.
person who is just.
I ain't say nothing yet. Y'all keep going though.
Go
I'm just saying.
ahead.
This
I
is-
don't wanna
I'm
talk
just saying.
no
There's
more.
literally ways that you can still do it and keep it humanized. Poison Ivy can still be human and not.
You could. I mean,
But control plants.
you can play on more of the pheromone aspect
Yeah.
of it. You don't have to play on.
Yeah, she could literally be someone who just knows how to.
So
knows
weak.
She could be a botanist. Like she literally.
she
Like,
really could.
like-
So weak. Okay.
I mean, but that's human, fam.
You
You,
want-
want her
you
to actually
want-
have
you
power.
can't-
That
yeah,
she
you
has to
want
be
her-
actually.
If you don't want to have the powers, you gotta have.
you
some
gotta
weapon.
play on the super smart.
So she poisons her darts and shit. Like that's
No,
what she
but
do
you
with
can play.
plants.
No,
and
you
shit.
can play
like,
on the pheromone.
I mean,
that if you walk in wherever
she
she's
had
at.
kids, she's still a seductress. I mean, you know,
Right.
So she,
Yeah.
so
She's
she got.
scientist, so she
like, she
knows
can-
how to work with the chemicals.
She's like, you talking about planning drinks and all that. I think if they played her as a role where she's trying to take down some political whatever, and she's just this beautiful woman that's coming
Shit,
in.
that's
I
how
like
it
the-
was in Gotham.
I like the whole crime.
In Gotham,
thing.
she didn't control plants.
Nah.
I like that, but Gotham was really origins of everything.
But I'm saying that realism that you're saying, they did Ivy, they did Mr. Freeze, they did Court of Owls.
But that's
they
why
did
I-
all these people. They
Or,
did Zaz.
origins though.
No, what I'm saying, but they're saying they did Zaz.
I don't even know who Zaz
that-
is.
You don't know who Zaz?
Who is Zaz?
The killer who cuts himself every time he kills somebody.
I'm lost.
Oh,
Wow.
Either way it
he's like
goes,
an
what I'm
early, he's an
saying-
early Batman villain.
right. He's big.
But
I'm-
I don't want the
He was in
the
all the- he was
full
in the archive,
realism.
man.
That's not
He's in
that's
everything.
That's eventually not Batman.
Animated series and all that.
Like I don't want the full realism because that's eventually not
Well, you
Batman.
said it doesn't have
You-
to be full realism.
But I'm saying, like, eventually, at some point, we know Batman. If we're saying we want a Batman, we know that he fights fanatical villains like a Mr. Freeze.
Like that,
A Poison
he would
Ivy.
never upgrade his suits if everybody gonna be fucking just regular people.
Like
I
Yeah.
mean, he
Like,
started off as a detective in
I know, but that's what I'm
even
saying.
in
That's
Detective
the
Comics,
start.
before-
That's the start of the. And you can say it started realism, but we knew that he grew to more fanatic. Like I said, fantastical things, fanatical, whatever you want to call it. And if we're going to continue into a world, we basically got that in the last Batman trilogy. Like that basically was all built around the
But
real.
they did that shit whack though. There was really no balance. I feel like
I mean,
in
I
a
like-
real
if you really-
world
if you
like
think
I
this
just
Bat-
really don't want to see it.
If you
again.
think about this Batman, how he is really in the small sense of, or even the idea of like this Batman, and this is really what it, how I believe Batman and Bruce what he is. Anyways, like it's like the Goku complex. Like as he fights more, like he's arrogant right now. He's talking to motherfuckers till he get his ass whooped. That he's gonna go back to the drawing board, fix his shit up again, improve his suit. Like that's so.
Which I think happened in this movie.
Yeah,
When
so
he
it's
got
like-
shot, that nigga was out. That nigga was
Yeah.
like,
oh yeah, he probably finna come back next suit finna be
when you
cold.
think about it, it's like, bro, if your earliest suit was literally bulletproof and completely fucking head proof, because I mean, like I said, bro, when
Did he
that
get in
nigga-
his head?
Yes, nigga, that nigga went side like he did.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
when he was paragliding.
Yeah, that
I'm
yeah.
like, bro, how? Like,
Yeah.
nigga, but then you know all the other Batmans just wear a fucking plastic cowl. Like, nigga, you couldn't do that. Like later, nigga. Like,
That's
so you
fair.
had to learn that you was cold enough to be like, I don't need this metal helmet no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna hit my head on a fucking pillar ever again. Like,
Was his metal?
nigga, that was a fucking like train station.
I didn't
Like,
know.
yes, bro.
No, I'm talking about his helmet.
I didn't know that.
No.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he hit his head though.
He hit his head. Like,
So he
motherfucker.
Fair,
been
so it
taken-
had
I
to be
don't know
metal.
what- I
At
don't know what
full
the cow was made
speed.
of.
Nigga,
It
the nigga hit his
looked
Yeah.
leathery.
like he went at full speed, so it don't look metal. But
It
that was
looked
my
leathery.
only. That's
But
what-
you're right. Like you said.
I was like, bro, ain't no way. So I'm like, I don't understand
Let me take
why
a
they
look
put that
at it
scene in
again.
there.
Yeah.
It's like if like this nigga like, cause it does look like his fucking like his regular leather cowl, but in the rest of his suit looks metal.
He got
but he
fucked
hit
up,
that
too.
bitch head first and got up like, huh,
Fam,
like
that's
you know what I'm
not-
saying,
that's-
like.
it looks.
That motherfucker said, ding.
Yeah, like dog, I'm looking like I was like, bro, You really is novice as a bitch, bro.
All right,
like,
so let's take a break real quick because I do want to come. I want to talk about the future of what's going on, and like I want to break down y'all. Now that this movie is out, I want to break down y'all top 10. I mean not top 10, but your top Batmans and the top movies.
Oh,
Batman
okay.
series.
All right.
all right.
All right, we are back.
We are
No,
I could keep going for a very long
I'm glad that
time.
that's back. I'm glad that it's back. Bacardi, you suck, bro.
I'm off for this.
I hate you.
I'm gonna catch a nigga slipping.
No, you're
I'm gonna
not.
be the undefeated champ.
I got no faith in you no more.
I'm gonna catch a nigga slipping.
You don't-
I mean,
you-
I'm back in the gym. Like I'm getting myself together.
I'm gonna be the undefeated champ.
I don't believe you.
So, all right. So, what I wanted to do, let's first off. So we got 6 Batmans. Seven Batmans.
6.
6. But who we got? We got Keaton.
Keaton, Kilmer, Clooney, Bale, Affleck, Pattinson. And if you're gonna talk, unless you're gonna include fan from Gotham.
You gotta
No,
you gotta include Adam West. You gotta include Adam West.
I thought, but that wasn't a movie. I thought
He
that was
did
a
have a movie.
series.
He had a Batman.
Did he have
But
a
that's
movie?
the original Batman
The
we
original
know.
Batman movie was him against Penguin, Joker, and Riddler.
So who? So
Let's rank them.
Let's rank them. Who ready to go?
Ranking.
I'll go because my shit'll be quick.
Yeah.
My first pick is the Batman. My second pick. How many do we
Are we
pick?
doing?
Wait, are we doing
Are they
Batman?
movies or are you doing
Right now we're doing Batmans. And
like
then
the actual
and then we're gonna do
Batman?
movies.
We're gonna like
Your best Batman.
how many?
Of 7.
Out of those 7.
Like your order.
Like my order?
Yeah, out of Keaton.
That's why you said
Clooney,
you picked to go first.
The Batman, the Batman, the Batman, the Batman, the Batman,
You do all
the
that.
Batman, the Batman, the Batman,
So
the
I'll-
Batman, and then the Tim Burton movies.
So mine's goes.
You did go about movies. Though.
Mine goes.
I've never been satisfied with a Batman movie. I'm sorry.
Well, we're not
Up
talking
until
about the
now.
movies, we're talking about
That's
the
the thing, though. You
actors.
keep talking.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I never been satisfied with one. Like, I don't care. I don't know why everybody
All right, well, then
glorifies
we'll do it.
Keaton.
We'll do it.
All right, yeah,
I don't
it'd
know,
be
like,
us 3 then.
definitely not Christian Bale.
You didn't like Keaton?
No, I don't care for them. They're just like, at that time, it was dope. Like, but when I look at it now,
did Robert
I'm like,
Pattinson
this
come out and
ain't.
he just disrespecting everybody now. Like,
This Batman and then animated series Batman.
No, we're talking
about
live
movie
action.
actors, fam. Like
You
niggas
have
who
to-
portrayed
you have to-
and acted as a Batman.
Voice
Nigga,
acting
like,
is still
rate them.
portraying.
No, we're
because
talking
you
about-
have to.
That's why we said live action.
Man, you have to be able to have the character
We're not
and the
talk-
way to
I
be
get
able
that.
to
It's
speak
not like
like
we're
that.
not saying, but we want to talk about the live action
this
portrayal.
conversation. We're talking.
Well, I
live
gotta
action
include
portrayal.
him because I don't care about
All right.
the other live
That's
then
action.
we'll do
like,
it.
that's what I'm saying. Like you could like you're saying that Robert Pattinson for one apparently is your favorite Batman.
Is my favorite.
So all you gotta do is
Just-
say Robert Pattinson and just throw niggas and order it down the line.
I
bro.
can't
Like,
because I don't care
All right,
about
so we'll
them.
do it. Don't worry. All
I
right.
definitely do.
So mine's go Keaton. Keaton is my top live action one. But then I will go Robert Pattinson. And then I'm gonna go Clooney. Because his Batman, I mean his Bruce was really like one of my favorite Bruces. Then I'm gonna go West. And then I'm gonna go Bell. I hate Bell's Batman so much. I hate the voice. I hate it.
Is that 6?
And then I'm gonna go Kilmer last. Kilmer is the worst Batman
Really?
ever. He is. And no, wait, whoa, hold on. No, I missed somebody. I go Keaton, Pattinson, Affleck, and then I go Clooney, and then I go Bell, and then I go Kilmer. Val Kilmer was the worst Batman ever.
I pretty much got that same list. That was pretty much my list. So.
Okay.
I'd flip Keaton and Pattinson.
Okay.
But
Okay, Patterson your one now?
Patton, yeah.
Now, it's really amazing how Patterson really stole the show because niggas really was doubting that nigga.
No, so
from the jump, I was telling people like, fam, might put a good performance.
I was doubting him.
Now I'm saying Mike, but I'm saying like
no.
Cause I'm like, well, any movie can. Oh, I wouldn't want to say, oh, he for sure. Cause any movie can go wrong. Any actor can put in a bad performance, but. Everybody was like, bro, not a good actor. I'm like, no, everybody's taking it strictly from Twilight. Man, I was on record. Fam can act.
He was on record. But see, I saw Twilight and I saw the other stuff. And
I've actually never seen Twilight, to be honest.
I saw the other stuff and I was like, yeah, he acted better than the other stuff, but I still didn't think that
and
he was my Batman.
I was saying from jump, like, fam can act. Like, might surprise all of us.
Now, I will say this. The Batman, the movie, it is by far easily the best Batman movie ever.
Blow everything away.
Like,
you're
bro,
talking about disrespect. Blow them all away.
Bro, I'm talking about disrespectful. Like, yo, get the fuck out of here. Like, I smell weak ass niggas in this building, dog. Like that,
by
far the best Batman, dog. Like in the feel of Gotham, this Gotham is better than Burton's Gotham, and I held Burton Gotham high. This Gotham is better than Burton's Gotham. As far as Batman, this Batman is better than, I say the best Batman to me was Ben Affleck's Batman before this.
I thought you said Keaton.
No. Keaton is my favorent balance. So
so when you rank Batmans, you rank in. Okay.
But as far as my favorite Batman, it is Ben Affleck's Batman, and this beats that one by villain wise. Like, bro, this Riddler is up. Now I want to say beat the Joker. Joker to me is the best. Heath Ledger's Joker was the best.
I think this is better than that.
And I give it a tie with that. So
we also didn't give Bacardi his ranking. Let's give him.
I said it's the same as this.
Oh, you did say that.
He said the same.
Y'all random. Y'all just keep.
No, I'm just
the
saying.
same as whose?
As Deuces.
But what I'm saying is like in everything that you can check off on a Batman movie, this movie beats every movie ever.
I agree. I think, like I said, just by far. This was the best Batman movie. I already said it earlier. I thought The Dark Knight was overrated, and that's obviously the other one that everybody always compares it to. And I think it's disrespectful to even compare them.
Disrespect to compare who?
The Batman and The Dark Knight.
Dark Knight wasn't that good.
But that's the one everybody says. Oh, that was the best Batman ever.
Fuck that Batman. That shit sucks.
I do disagree.
I feel like it's just worded, bro. I feel like people say it's like the best Batman movie, but it's really because it was one of the best. Like it was the best. Like I said, that series
best
was all
Joker,
the best
great Bane.
villains.
Like
that
Tom Hardy did
I
his
agree,
shit.
You know
but
like,
that's why
so
I'm
if you
saying.
like Dark Knight because Joker was fucking going bananas.
So
like,
I disagree.
I like the original.
The reason why I do
Joker.
disagree is because I do like that Batman and Joker relationship. I did like Batman. Like I liked it Christian Bale's Batman in The Dark Knight. I liked that whole movie front to back. Like I said, I like if I'm rating the Batman as a 10, The Dark Knight is an 8. Like it's like it's still dope to me. Like so for me personally,
Dark Knight is an 8. That motherfucker like a 4 on my list.
Like if they redid The Dark Knight in the form of Patterson, like that, like Patterson would kill that. Like that scene is like that. The Batman movie is set up already better than the Dark Knight's set. Like the setup.
No, I agree. That's why I say that. That's why I rank it higher. I'm just saying that The Dark Knight is not as bad as like how y'all saying it. No. In my personal opinion.
I ain't like
to be fair, also overrated doesn't necessarily mean bad. I wouldn't give it a 4. I'd give it a 6. Which I guess that's still a serviceable movie.
Average.
Yeah, to say it's still a serviceable.
Even what you say, I still hold it high.
I was gonna say overrated. That's something I'm trying to push. That let people know. Overrated doesn't necessarily mean bad. Mm-hmm. Overrated is everybody says it's a 9. It's the best Batman movie ever. It's like no, it's not.
So I'm being clear with mine. Like I still hold it high. Like before this Batman, the Batman came out, The Dark Knight was the highest Batman. Like to me,
that's not meta.
My order before this movie came out.
He should have died then.
Yeah, my order before this movie came out, it was
Fatality.
The Dark Knight.
Okay.
And then it was Batman, the original one. With Danny DeVito and everybody.
Batman Returns.
Great.
Batman Returns. Sorry about that. Batman Returns. Sorry about it. It was Batman. Batman Returns, and then it was Batman. because the first one's still dope. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, Batman Returns, like how you said in the Gotham, Batman Returns to me is still my best looking Gotham.
So, like I said, now
Tim Burton's Gotham.
Tim Burton, I held his Gotham high.
His Burton's Gotham.
And I love this Gotham. So, like I said, when this movie came out, that's when I put like, okay, the Batman.
But like from an emotional standpoint of characters, like I can put like for me, I can visually put Bruce from Gotham, Robert Pattinson from the Batman, and Affleck as like the same
it's like the same timeline.
I fuck with that. I fuck with that.
As the same like because you can even see like Angry Ben Affleck where we saw that is like this nigga just rolling back to his roots. Like I'm sick and tired of you niggas.
Yeah, he was.
And you remember me from the first Batman, like the Batman. I was beating the brakes off you niggas, and I'm back on that now. I'm back on my bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Like, y'all must have forgot.
Yeah, like I'm back on my bullshit.
And he was polished at that time. He was like, I'm back on my bullshit. Like y'all thought I'm coming from all the way up. Nah, nigga, I'm in the corner right now. Fuck that.
Because even in the like Ben Affleck dealt with guns and motherfuckers shot like didn't somebody shoot him in the face?
They were shooting him. And he was
doing like he was pretty much right. Like I would then feel like Robert Pattinson probably watched Ben like I want to be that Batman.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like because that Batman was like nigga if you shoot me in the face I guarantee you I'm still not gonna die.
My number one Batman is Indian Batman. Nigga, what's
Indian Batman.
Nigga that be in his bag.
You
shared it in the group. Did you share it in
he shared it in the group. That is number.
That nigga came in with the laciest back cape. Nigga came down.
I love Bollywood movies so much, but I love watching those compilations like how Hollywood does it, how Bollywood does it.
That Batman, he danced so hard that he was like, "Hey, y'all got to know who Batman is."
That's
nigga, I gotta show you.
Bollywood is probably one of my favorite subgenres ever, bro, because they'll take something that we already did and then they go extreme flair like bro, y'all just blowing up one card, nigga, I'm gonna blow up 12 cards and dance on it while I'm doing it and glide down and then beat the nigga ass. Like,
that's what was so crazy because like they really enjoy this. Like
I love it. What you mean? I enjoy it.
I'm saying, but they like the movie. If the movie ain't got that shit down, like they in here like for real. Like nigga, we need all that in the movie. Like. And it be low budget as a bitch.
But it still be dope. It be fire. So what villain? All right. So now we kind of talked about the like villain that we want to see. But if you had to choose who to be the next villain, who would you want to see as the next villain in the movie?
I'm gonna go. I want to see Joker. Like that's what I didn't get to talk about. I wanted to say wow.
Okay.
So
go ahead. This your time.
Oh, I get it now.
Don't be like that.
Okay. Well, no, I feel like I know y'all saying we get so many Jokers, but we need that. We don't need it now. I don't think we still need it early. Like I don't think he needs to be in the next movie, but we need that dynamic of like we still looking at right now. Like what's really good about that's why I said we couldn't have him now because Bruce really still don't like Batman still really don't know what the fuck he doing.
Yeah, like
he don't have a real purpose. Like you know what I'm saying. So he would cross the line and may kill a nigga because he like I don't really know what I'm doing this for yet. You know what I'm saying. Like,
Batman?
Yeah, Batman.
He know now not to kill nobody. He literally ended the movie with it.
He stopped because remember the Riddler.
He said we're not doing that.
When the dude said I'm vengeance, he was like, "Damn, fam, you biting my line," and he realized like, shit, niggas' interpretation of vengeance is different. Like I just like oh y'all took it as kill motherfuckers. And I'm like that's not what it is. So I feel like he's off that now.
Yeah,
but I think he was off. Remember he stopped
Selena.
Yeah, he had. But he ain't out pledging it and really like he looking at
though.
Like I feel like it's
Bacardi,
like his second year.
He said he not doing this.
But,
he's like this is not what we gonna do.
What Bacardi also said was he doesn't think that he can't get. He's saying he think he can still get driven to that point.
Yeah, like
I don't
Joker,
think
like
so.
Joker early.
He would have killed that. He would have killed that dude with that adrenaline shot after that adrenaline shot.
That was adrenaline. You think it was?
I know it was.
I was thinking.
You know how I know it was?
The reason why I was skeptical because it was green.
I don't think it was. That's why I don't.
You know how I know it was? Because there's a new action figure that came out, and one of the props are 2 shots, and it's adrenaline shots. The only way they will name these things is by the licenses that's dictated by the company that gives it to them.
Is it the character that has it?
Batman literally has adrenaline shots.
Everybody thought it was the
Bane juice.
The Bane toxin.
It's not.
That'd have been stupid.
That's another reason.
That's the thing.
I didn't know what it was because I was like, why is it green?
Adrenaline makes you feel that way, and I got shot with adrenaline once.
I think it was literally just the bright.
It was only if it wasn't green, I wouldn't have had any skeptical. I was like, why the fuck is it green? I was like, so what is that then?
I think that was just like just to fuck with people.
Yeah. And also the funniest thing, and this this is the one thing that I would pick from it. Why did he have he already had a perforated hole for the like why did you already have that?
His suit was weird.
Why did your suit already have a hole?
I mean, that's what I'm saying though. Like, that's what I'm saying.
Well, to be fair, he knew he needed it.
I had to look up adrenaline shots, and some of the shot cases they have green on it. It has green.
I mean, I can see the case.
The liquid doesn't
was
say
green.
it's green, but it could still be a playoff of it.
I mean, sure it could.
He knew he was gonna need it. That's why the suit
he
had the
carried
hole in
with
it.
it. Because everything Batman did had
open skin. So that means that if somebody knew that, like, that's how you take him out, right there. If you know that,
you aim for that.
Wait, what?
He had a hole for his vein already. Cut into the suit.
Like, why do you already have?
Remember, he didn't. For the adrenaline shot, remember, he didn't rip his suit away or anything.
But I mean, I
didn't even notice that. I thought he just shot
I
himself.
noticed too. I was like, this nigga weird.
His suit
you built
was
that in, like you built that in.
But that's
the suit goddamn metal. So you like, I need the injection site though still on this.
That's the funny thing, because when Batman was doing things and the things that he had, like, that's the only thing that came to my mind. I was like, dog, you weird as a bitch.
That
like,
nigga prep time. He knew he was like shit. Something gonna overwhelm me.
But that's
one day.
That's what I said. Like, that's what, like, when you look, like, knowing it from this early age of, like, Batman, like, this is early years of him. This, what you're looking at is just a nigga with money, for real. Like, a nigga with money, but don't got the imagination yet to even really do shit.
Well, because he never had the imagination. It's Lucius. He got to meet Lucius. He got to meet the nigga with the imagination.
He got a good ass setup though. Like,
I mean, he got a decent
setup. He can put on contacts and record and see things through another.
Yeah, he was a creep.
Like, I don't think that's like low tier like electronics at all.
I feel like you can buy that on the black market. It's not until he meet Lucius where he got start getting like. He start getting the
I did want to say,
shit.
did y'all? I had
the nigga was a creep with those contacts.
I had got strong Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle vibes when he drove into the Batcave.
It felt, yeah.
But that was another thing, like the Batcave looked like the Batcave from animated series. Like, it looked like a Batcave.
No, that's just like an old subway truck.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
Because what fucking Wayne Manor was built on was Wayne Manor.
That's another thing. Wayne Manor looked mad creepy and old.
And Wayne Tower is not even on in the middle of
that's how I always imagined Batman. Like, I didn't imagine Wayne Tower to be like in the middle of Gotham, like
Wayne Manor,
up like Transylvania.
His shit was in the slums.
His
was in the slums.
Yeah.
Wayne Manor was in the slums.
Wayne Manor looked like a fucking project house.
Yeah.
That shit looked like that.
They definitely look like there ain't been no work done to it.
Fam, I guarantee that lighting on that's that neon lighting that be shaking in the wind and shit.
I didn't like Alfred. I feel like it was Alfred from Gotham. Like, I feel like that was the same.
That's why I was okay with it. That's why I was okay.
Like, I was okay with it.
But I mean, I was okay with that. But I was also like,
because that's my favorite iteration of Alfred. Gotham.
In the beginning, they was. Once Bruce got the hole in the nigga.
Now, you ain't never let that go.
But see, I'm not gonna let it go. I'm not gonna let it go because now the Batman, I'm like, this Alfred still getting
I remember.
No, they made amends.
No, but here's the thing. When that happened, I remember vividly when that happened.
It was on the podcast.
It was on the podcast with Cardi. He was disgusted that Alfred took that. And he ain't never let that go. He ain't let that Alfred the same since.
And that's what I'm saying. Like nigga, Patterson treated Alfred the same goddamn way. He gave the same energy. Like, my bad. Like you don't want me to go back to what we was on, nigga. Like that's why I said they all feel like they blended together. Like this Alfred and Bruce felt like the Gotham Alfred and Bruce. Like, they've already been through a lot of shit together. You know what I'm saying? You'd have been out here doing shit. Now I gotta deal with you putting makeup on and going out in this fucking suit. Like, he ain't ready. He's still passive aggressive. Alfred ain't ready to tell this nigga, like, you shouldn't be really out here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he just like, bro, whatever.
So what villain would you want to see?
I'm still torn between Mr. Freeze and Poison Ivy. Okay. I think a good Poison Ivy hasn't been done live action. I won't, because I haven't watched Batwoman to see how to one, because I know she's on.
I doubt anything on TV would even do justice.
Like, the best iteration of Poison Ivy that we saw was in the Arkham series.
See, and I guess
I love that too.
I'm obviously I'm talking to movies anyway.
Gotham Poison Ivy was
I don't know who. I mean, I feel like if we need somebody, I think we would need. I'll be happy if they did touch on, like, because it's still his early years. Even if they kind of did a small iteration again, like if they touch like a Calendar Man or what's a Calendar Man, or just like any of his older give them
that would make more
like,
sense.
Give some more shine to some of his very early iterations.
The people I got is that I want is
but I think even if it is a situation where a Poison Ivy because
Like
she
I love to
wasn't.
see this nigga beat the shit out of a
granted,
kite man.
we know she was introduced with the powers, but she didn't always have the powers. So you can even do just a setting it up where she is still human. She's using her knowledge of pheromones or whatever to sort of intoxicate people, and then something happens where it's like it's set up where you see she gets the powers. Yeah. But like I want to see something different, I guess.
Yeah. Wait, one thing, speaking of different, that we didn't even touch on that they threw out there. Fam, Martha Arkham.
Oh yeah, that was
Like,
yeah.
nigga, like
his parents weren't.
It makes me
like
second,
perfect.
It makes me well. We seen it about their parents is perfect, but this is Martha was. We never knew her maiden name was Arkham.
Well, it wasn't. It was Kent.
Right.
It
so,
was Kent.
No,
yeah.
no, it's not Kent. Kane.
Yeah. So like with this. Then it makes you think about like, okay, so was this even a relationship or was this a power grab?
Like a power, like whatever.
Because they said the Waynes and
the Waynes and the Arkhams were.
I mean, yeah, the way they painted
that was dope.
The way they painted the Waynes,
I did really like
I
that.
thought that was really dope.
Yeah, the way they painted the Waynes in like in this one, where it's like it really is a thin line to be like these niggas was probably cool. Like, bro, you really feeling righteous about your parents, but these niggas.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They made it so that like you always got the idea like the Waynes were like the upstanding, pretty much perfect, and you really got the idea like these niggas is in dirt. Like
obviously,
and if you think about even if you think about the origin of Batman in general, like he would never. That's like his last thoughts of his parents. Like you gotta think as a child, you've only been taken care of by your parents on the good side. Yeah. So all you think is good. So when you get old and you mourning, like you trying to find out who killed your parents, niggas start telling you like, nigga, your mom and dad was deep in the trenches with us.
Which my real thing of what's going to happen in the next movie is we're going to introduce to the Court of Owls because the whole Court of
I would love that.
The whole Court of Owls thing is they've always
that will probably be the best next
because they've
villain.
always been in power, and the way that they talked about Martha Wayne and them, and then now that Gotham has been crippled by the water, it would make sense for the Court of Owls to say, okay, fuck it, we got to get our power. We need to make sure that we remain in power here, and that's when Batman first get introduced to it, and they're like, nigga, do you know about your pops and us? Because I'm saying, fam, like you coming at us, but
because it'll definitely take Batman down. Because now it becomes what will make. Because if we stay same we live. Because I agree. Like having Batman be a detective, is way better than having this nigga be some action ass scary. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you start really. If we able to watch Batman now be still like new to shit. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we always seen Batman where he knows everybody's shit. Like, he already can pull the files and everything. Yeah. Like, he's now getting surprised still about shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Matter of fact, show why he has that thought process. Like, I need to make sure I know everything about everybody.
Yeah, we
don't know that. We don't know that. So now is this. Like, he's like, fam, like, I ain't know shit about my parents. Like, you know what I'm saying? So my two people that I think, and because it's kind of on the realism shit, I want the Court of Owls because
that would be dope.
But then I also said because you think about if you're dealing with if there's like realism, Zaz is a realism like he was a problem for.
But I thought he was more of a he was more of a hired like hand.
No, he was a serial killer. Zaz was a serial killer who killed the night, and every time he killed somebody, he did like
that would be like that would be definitely detective. That'd be like
right, it'd be detective like on the rim. So those are my two villains out like Court of Owls because of how with the Martha Wayne and stuff. I would love to see that. And then,
I can see Court of Owls. I can see Court of because I mean if they stay in the same kind of tradition of like how they did this with like pretty much the three villains.
I just realized who y'all was talking about. I'm like, oh, Victor. I definitely used to call him Victor Scissors. And I used to definitely say the full name, not just Zaz. That's why I was lost. I'm like, I know that name, but it's lost. I had to Google it. I definitely used to know. It wasn't. I know the Z is first, but I still used to be Scissors.
I'm pissed.
Scissors, bro.
All right.
I'm pissed.
So what villains would you like to see?
I
like the
Court of Owls. I would like to see.
I feel like Court of Owls would just be overseeing. Like I feel like if they do that universe thing, like Marvel does, like Court of Owls would be something that Court of Owls is really because we've never known. Like I don't know, like who's like you know what I'm saying?
No, because they for the most part they did Ra's al Ghul. And his like that's been the one, but it's like it's funny because it's so many hidden organizations, right? And so like
I like the crime aspect. I like the crime aspect a lot. Court of Owls would be cool, but I kind of feel like that might be the third movie to wrap everything up. Second movie, like I feel like it's probably gonna be Penguin again. I would like to see him.
I thought so before the show,
but yeah, the show I think is gonna be before. not an after.
That would make
this
sense
movie.
though, because I mean, you either going
the show for sure is going to be. I think they said it's the Rise of the Penguin. If I read correctly.
Well, here's the thing. I thought. Wait, is it?
Because remember, he was under Falcon.
Well, no. Here's the thing. My thing is, I thought the show was going to be now that because they talk the way that they ended. They talk about. It's open season.
Oh, so I thought they said.
It was gonna be,
do you think that's what they mean by the rise of?
And we're gonna see how he takes over this because you got to.
But I feel like that would be like
I
in the
don't
same
know who to
showing,
pick.
like to do that and then have Arkham.
Ahead,
Like all those shows,
Arkham,
everything is like literally after this movie. So, it's
So
like
that would make
like having
sense
him
then.
do
That's not my
shit
cup.
like. But like, I feel like if they do that, then Penguin's gonna be the one that's gonna introduce some more villains.
Yeah, he definitely will.
Then that'd make sense for it to be what Lib said, is to be
you gotta
in the next movie.
You got to see the fight for Gotham now because now Gotham is open season. So you got to introduce. Like I said,
I like the crime thing, and I
But I
like the
also
open
feel like
season crime
Penguin's
thing.
already took an L by Batman, so I feel like if Penguin's behind
Did he?
I mean, you got
What L did he take?
He didn't take any L.
He got
Iceberg-
caught. I don't know
Batman
if he considered
took
that a
2
L.
L's.
Batman didn't fuck up the Iceberg Lounge. The Iceberg Lounge is
Batman
still
got 2
No, I'm
L's.
talking about like as far as like the car chase and all that. You know what I'm saying? When he kind of like
right, but did he take? He didn't prison him.
No, he didn't prison him. But I'm just saying,
Bro, he
like,
took
he
an L.
knows-
He took 2 L's there. He got the wrong dude, and he got
Yeah,
told
remember
he
he
been
was
reading the
wrong.
wrong thing. Batman took the L's on
Say,
Penguin.
I get what you mean by L's because he got caught in the car chase, but
But that led to
He
nothing
Like he
for him.
know, like he definitely know I can't. Like this nigga's
What's that, a
crazy.
beer?
Like he definitely know I can't fuck with this nigga like the short like Batman crazy.
But
Like
he-
you know what I'm saying? So I think Penguin would pretty much at this point like have someone working like it's whoever a villain would be that Batman fights is gonna be somebody that Penguin hired.
Well, see,
like
the thing,
to work, you know what I'm saying? Like
the
I
one
think- yeah, yeah.
Well, see, this is
So
how.
that's why I said Zaz
but
could
see-
work because Zaz could be, but Zaz was a serial killer, but he could be like,
Oh,
you
that's what I
catch
was
winds of
looking
this
to see.
nigga,
Did
like
he
bro, I
have
need
it
you to
on
handle
trial?
somebody.
Well, he
for me,
was
you know
also a
what I'm saying?
hitman. He was a hitman.
Yeah,
he
like, I
did
need
do
you to
hire
handle
hitman
somebody
too
for
stuff.
me.
But here's the thing too, and this is where it goes to what kind of Liv is talking about, where it can't introduce Two-Face because now that Gotham is toppled, right? This is the perfect time for Harvey Dent to come in and try to be the person to help. Right? And then think about the Penguin show, because what ends up happening is the biggest gang, the big gang fight is Joker gang, it's Two-Face gang, and it's Penguin gang. That's the fight. That's the criminal
So then
organization.
so what I can see
right?
then-
So
But Falcone was always kind of in there.
well,
too.
I know that, but I'm just saying just in general. So to bring
I
in,
think they're going to
to
become
bring-
Penguin gang.
to bring they do, and to bring in Dent, and then he goes into his crusade and in the Penguin show, and then he gets turned to Two-Face in the Penguin show, and he starts his gang. Like that will be the face
That would
of
make
the show.
sense. But like I said, because as I said, Penguin Show got to introduce. If they're gonna keep it after
gotta
the movie,
introduce- yeah.
it got to introduce villains.
You got to introduce
Like
the,
so,
the
like
criminal,
even if
the
it
criminal
don't,
empires.
so even if Two-Face ain't gonna be, if Two-Face don't make it, like they don't make Two-Face in the series, Harvey Dent got to be introduced in the series. You know what I'm saying?
that's
like,
what I
you
mean.
can't put him. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody that you know is gonna be in the second movie has to be introduced through all these series going forward.
Well, see, I think that what's crazy is I feel like what DC, not DC, what Matt Reeves is doing, and if he is in the realm of building a universe, he pretty much just took Phase 5 of MCU and said, all right, this is gonna be our start. Like doing movies and shows, because remember, Phase 1, 2, and 3, and 4,
It was all movies.
Phase 5, they introduced shows that coincide
I
with movies.
I think they
And I
start.
feel like Matt Reeves was like,
Which I mean, it makes sense though, because I mean that was the problem with DC. Like y'all keep starting from the fucking beginning, bro.
But I
Like,
also
you know
I
what I'm
think
saying?
just companies in general are starting to realize that
you get intermingled.
you can intermingle. A TV show universe doesn't have to be different from a movie star universe. And I remember I was listening to some podcast. It was like and they were saying that's more so because stars used to be like, if I'm on the movie screen, you can't see me on the TV screen.
Yeah, it used to be like that.
Yeah.
And now it's sort of being like, fam, you can see me.
Well, see, I think also I feel like stars feel like, fam, all right, if I can be this character, and I can be this legacy character where I can when shit gets bad, I can just pop up and people gonna still give me a check. Like, oh shit, it's such and such,
Yeah.
such and such, right? So I feel like stars now is like, nah, you know what? It's more beneficial that I make myself at least available,
Right.
I can be on a major screen or on TV screen.
Because I remember,
as this
well, it was
character.
back in the day. That was they said that was why Clooney left ER. He
Yeah.
started getting movie checks. And he's like, fam, you can't see me on both.
Yeah. It's like, you know, it's those old Hollywood rules.
You're right.
There's like a whole lot of, you know what I'm saying? There was like, you know what I'm saying, those, like you think about like even like with Will Smith, like we talked about this before, how Will Smith transitioned where it was back in the day, to be a superstar, you got to be like mysterious. You know, but now you got to like
kind of be,
you got to be the people.
Yeah,
you want to be open. You want to be, and so Will, he made that transition, and it was like, oh, like he realized that, like, and he even said, he was like, yeah, when I was the Denzels and the Johnny Depps, like it was like you only hear from them. It was
because it was truly because that was when it was everything had to be seen basically through the paparazzi,
right? And so it's like, you know what I'm saying, so that, you know, so that's kind of like the same. And
yeah,
no, that makes sense. I mean, that makes sense though.
I gotta pee, guys.
I was looking. My wrist vibrated. My fault.
No, you good.
Y'all want to get into recommendations?
I mean,
we can. If I can go first, so I can pee.
Go ahead.
You wanna? Yeah.
Is that your recommendation?
Jesus Christ!
Nigga said we go right out. I don't think we should be able to say the Batman. We talked this entire podcast about it.
Definitely
we recommend
the Batman. I'm thinking of something. I'm trying to remember what, but I mean, I've been liking Bel Air lately and Raised by Wolves.
Yeah,
have you
I
caught up
started
on?
watching.
It's been fucking.
I didn't start watching the second episode. I started watching the first episode of the second.
You know what?
Oh wait!
I got my real recommendation here.
Okay, before you, because I just want to ask, Cart, do you still believe Bel Air is powerish?
I don't think it's powerish.
No, not anymore.
Okay, that's all I want to know.
No, because nobody died.
Somebody
died, but that's not the problem.
Yeah,
it would have happened by now.
Yeah, that's not the problem. Like
Power, and somebody did die.
Like Power, no, that's what I'm saying. Power is somebody do something really fucking bad, and the whole show is about trying to cover that shit up. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't, like I said, nothing happened that is like, everyone's like, we gotta fucking fix this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like, now you're just gonna do great lengths to fix the shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why, like, that's like the trope of black like TV shows, and that's like Power, is that you start the show on top, something happens to you that drastically brings you down, and at this point you would do everything in your power to get it back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and whether it be killing people, sabotaging, backstabbing, you go calling out your old friends, and you like everything that you was fine, bro. You was rich and powerful. Now you back in the slums. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now you in the trenches again.
All right. I just wanted to make sure I went.
So no, it's not
that. The irony, and please don't judge me by this. Force, the power force. Just because it is the most ridiculous, terribly written and organized show. Like, bro, Tommy in the first episode fucked the new bitch, ran up, beat up 2 people, ran up and stole some drugs after he kidnapped some random dude.
Didn't he find his like half brother or something?
Hold on. That's the good part.
Let live good.
That's it. After that, got some new vagina.
Again?
Vagina.
He got it twice.
This all in the first episode.
But I'm saying
the plug. He met the plug the first episode.
And he met the plug, and his half brother is black.
that's a lot.
And gay.
His half brother is black and gay.
Yes.
So that's a lot.
Hey,
dog.
force is a real word for it.
Bro, Ron, this all happened in the first episode. I turned it on.
45 minutes.
I turned it on just to. I was like, it was late at night. I was like, man, I'ma just watch this shit. And you know, I was a Power hater. I didn't watch the first Power, but then I started watching the Book of Ghosts. And I'm like, okay, I fuck with it. Now I'm just watching Tommy, and I'm just like, this has got to be the worst written show ever, but I can't stop watching it.
All right.
I can't.
Is that why 50 keeps trying to cuss everybody like y'all ain't renew my shit, but yet, like, bro, that's
it's bad.
50 do that every season, though.
Bro, it is so messy.
Oh my God.
After all of that, and then he had a half brother that was black. Like, I was like, bro, I can't stop watching.
Like, they gave
that.
the origin for Tommy just like a lot, fam.
Bro, the fact that
and he in Chicago.
The original plan was he's supposed to go to L.A. This nigga said, and he had a connect already. He had everything set up to be the man in L.A. And then as he gets to Chicago, the plug keep calling like, "Hey nigga, where you at?" He's like, "Hey man, don't be calling me." And then he's like,
I like it here.
Like,
Look
I
at
like it here.
Yeah.
Don't call me every night. I'll be there when I be there. To the plug.
Yeah.
Like, nigga.
This is wild.
Man, they got time
Bro. But
I mean,
if
he
I
was
was to
extra as a
really
bitch
give
as
a
he was.
recommendation, even for y'all, Hightown. I love Hightown. I think it's a fucking dope show. I love it. Hightown is a show y'all gotta watch.
All right, so my recommendation, I got two. The first one is gonna be The Strongest Mage with the Weakest Crest. Fam, I fuck with this anime so tough, bro, because like, so this is what it is. So like this, it's kind of like One Punch Man a little bit, but this guy, this mage, like he becomes, he has these crests. He has 3 of them, and there's 4 crests in it, and each of them represent different properties. But he's the strongest one. He's killing everybody. Killing the dragons. The dragons are the villains. He's killing the dragons and everything. So he's like, but damn, like I don't got any more competition, and I really want to complete that the whole crest. So he's like, all right, I know what I got to do. So he reincarnates himself 100 years later as somebody else. As 100 years later, he comes back and he gives himself the weakest crest because it is known as the weakest crest. But he knows that it has better power, so he wants to, get it, earn it, because you can only get a crest at birth. That's why he reincarnates himself.
Oh, okay.
So when he does that, he comes back. And then once he hits 16, he starts reliving. I mean, he starts regaining his memories from his past life. So that's when he starts remembering, like, well, okay, I got all these 3, and he's super powerful. But right now, the crest that he got for his magic is the weakest one. So it's like it's not as powerful, but he still has all the knowledge of how he beats the dragons, right? So as he's going through it, he's thinking, I'm just going to learn this crest because he thought he defeated all the dragons. Come to realize, there's these anointed ones. Like they always have these tournament things. Like, oh yeah, you don't want to be one of the chosen ones. And so as he's fighting the chosen one, he realizes like, oh shit, this is a dragon, and he's making himself look like a human. He's like, but I thought I beat them niggas to the brink. Like I thought they was done. And then he was like, wait a minute. And then, so he started asking questions, and he was like, oh, so wait, every year there's somebody that. And he was like, wait, why are they calling this crest the weakest crest? This is legit, really the strongest crest, but you got to develop it. And he was like, it makes sense that the dragons, because once I was gone, they would make the humans think that this crest is weak, so that way nobody wants it, and they shame you for it, so that way they can take power. But then what he also learns is he's like,
do you really want to get the whole series about
Yeah,
it?
that's what I'm talking about.
The way he explained it, I'm still confused.
no,
I did. It's a recommendation, not a synopsis.
This is in the description.
Okay, I just wanted to make
But
sure.
what he also learns is like, so he does to do the magic, like you don't got to speak it out. Like everybody, like, that's normal. Like you can just
You just think about it.
But it's the lost art. Everybody's speaking it now. And he was like, why the fuck like why are y'all speaking this shit, and why are y'all not just doing it? You know what I'm saying, in your mind? He was like, it would make more sense because now the dragons can hear you say that shit, and so now he's trying to uncover that, and that's the whole like the plot of it and everything. It is so dope. It's like,
oh, that's how they the dragons learned how to keep themselves safe, pretty much.
well, we don't know what their initial plan is or anything like that. We just know that in this new world, as he's been reincarnated, now everybody is shouting out their fucking magic, and dragons are still here, and he doesn't know why. And like people don't do, like they think the crest that is the strongest crest is the weakest crest, and like so like to the point where people bully you, like, nigga, you got that crest, nigga, get the fuck out of here, like, and so now nobody really develops it because they think it's the weakest, and it's a shameful thing. So like this anime's been really fucking dope. Like I was surprised how dope it was. And shout out to the nigga at GameStop who told me about it. Like I went to go pick up a Funko Pop, and he was like, we were just talking about anime, and he was like, yeah, he told me about it. I was like, I'm gonna add that to my queue today. And that motherfucker is dope as a bitch, dog.
You had a second recommendation.
Oh, second recommendation. So I'm on this kick of just recommending creators, right, and everything. So one of the creators that I met during the Black History Month was Crystal Chanel, and she does her room, her Twitter space that she does. And the one thing I love about her Twitter space is that she has like the most craziest topics, right? But it's like it fuels so much conversation. So she'll have a topic like, tell me why you shouldn't watch shonen anime ever again, right? And so everybody is like, it's satire, but it adds so much fun to the Twitter space. So people are coming up saying obvious things, or like, tell me why you shouldn't watch anime. And so like they had this one time, like it was like full satire, and it was like why anime is overrated, right? And so they was like talking about why anime is overrated, and people was like, yeah, one of the things why anime is overrated is because nobody talks about shonen anime. Like, fam, like it feel like it's a forgotten genre, and then everybody gets on and it's like, fam, I'm gonna put y'all on this sleeper one, bro. This show, I know it's gonna sound weird, but it's called Naruto, and it was like,
so everybody doing it.
But it was like, it's just like literally, like legit, like I was playing Knockout City and I was listening to it and I was just dying off of it because it was just like it was a fun game and shit like that.
Right.
So shout out to Crystal Chanel, man. Her spaces that she does, like I said, if you see her on the timeline, follow her. If you see her spaces, definitely tap in because I think it's a really dope time. And again, black nerds doing black nerd shit, like it's really, really dope, man. And I love seeing it. So those are my two.
I was gonna recommend Elden Ring. I feel like that's the easy one to do.
You've been enjoying it? You twitching it? Y'all
Yeah, it's so much fun.
Bro, it is.
Open world RPG game where literally everything is out to kill you.
Yeah.
Like I enjoy it a lot. But
I'm mad that Bacardi thought that I wasn't gonna like this game, dog.
yeah, he definitely said instantly. You might not fuck with it, but
like the difficult. I just thought the difficulty range would have been. But I mean, if you said
you think I'm a hoe? You saying I'm a bitch with the game?
I mean, I just figure you play like Dark Souls and shit like that. Like, I mean, I don't play Dark Souls. No.
Dark Souls is on the
like
same
the only reason
level,
I got this because I was like, I'm a little salty because I thought it was like more co-op. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so you thought it was
like,
gonna be
you know what I'm saying? Like I'm really salty that it's really not. Like, you know
that's the part I'm salty about.
Yeah.
Like that's really why I got it. I'm like, I don't really. Like the Dark Souls and all, like I really don't play those. You know what I'm
see,
saying?
I do.
Really,
I like those games a lot.
So it's like that's what like for now, like I'm trying to, I'm gonna try to play it, but it's like.
But
I
my
mean, it's
actual
really more of a solo
recommendation,
game.
my actual recommendation. I said I was gonna recommend it. I'm gonna recommend Warrior Nun. It's a series on Netflix.
Yeah.
It's actually
What is it?
it's called Warrior Nun. So
I was going to watch that, and it's been on my shit for like almost a year
really
now.
good. So
And
like,
I saw the first episode; it was
I
wild.
watched this already.
So yeah, you might.
Ron did watch
I
it.
think you
Ron
did.
watched Warrior
Okay,
Nun.
All right.
Because I was gonna say yeah, she literally it's like she was a quadriplegic, and she gets the halo put into her back.
Yeah.
And now she has to sort of go and do all her protection stuff. But I honestly forgot that you did watch it. I was scrolling through Netflix one day and I saw it. And I was like, fuck it. And it's really good because like they nuns, but they be kicking ass. And I was like,
I remember the trailer and I remember Bacardi talking about it and it said just like Liv.
Them nuns be going wild.
Dog, they be kicking ass.
Wow.
I thought it was like a second season or some shit.
No,
I'm waiting.
so it did get renewed. Once I finished the season, I was like, I gotta know if it got renewed. I was like, I gotta know. And so yeah, it got renewed, and then I think COVID sort of pushed back because it looks like they were filming all throughout Europe. So I think with COVID, it's like, yeah, sure, with COVID rules, we can get filming, but I'm assuming having to go through all those different countries, it's sad. So like, I'm hoping now that COVID's slowing down, the second season at least start getting into production because I do fuck with it. I think more people should talk about it.
Bacardi?
I'm gonna go back. I think I've recommended this before, but I just watched the latest episode of it now. And it's definitely bumped to higher, another notch up on my anime list. But
Ranking the Kings.
Bro, Ranking the Kings is so fucking
What is
good.
it?
Ranking of Kings.
Ranking of Kings, bro.
What is it? Anime?
It's
Yeah.
an anime. It's and
Ranking of Kings.
And the
You were
drawing
fucking
and the
Ranking of
drawing
Kings,
of it, like this last episode, bro.
Well,
oh my
dude,
god.
98% of what Bacardi watches is what I like to watch.
That's what I'm saying. You were fucking
Ranking
Ranking the Kings.
That was
is
really
such
good,
a-
man, bro.
Like I don't know if this is the end of the season or whatever, like this is season finale, but I saw people starting to talk about it on social media, like, dog, this like a lot of people
You
say like
got in the right anime circles. They be Ranking of Kings is upper echelon.
like, dog, you know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers got to saying, like, dog, this last episode definitely put this nigga up.
Yeah.
Like, and so I gotta watch this, and I'm like, yeah, bro, like, I mean, I still kind of keep up with like, I watch Baruto and all that, but this Ranking the
I heard
Kings,
Baruto going crazy right now.
they drop back again. They drop back down to get into a stale moment, but they keep.
I read
trying
the
to-
manga for that.
But this Ranking the Kings, fam, like, the story in general, like, it's just like I know I mentioned it before. I already recommended it before. If you haven't watched it yet, I'm
You
guaranteeing
definitely should watch
it's
it.
a definitely it's a must watch.
I recommend Dokkan Battle. Probably
I recommend Warframe
times.
like
I
5
mean, that's
times.
what I just
podcast life.
like I've actually had a sad moment already. Like in the first season, like I already had a sad moment. So I felt like, dog, this ain't right. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
yeah, Liv, you should definitely watch it. It's really
and
good.
the nigga cold, bro. Like, little
is
stories,
cold.
but this little nigga deaf. Like, this nigga is deaf and don't speak. and be
Ranking
on
of
heels.
kings.
Yeah.
Ranking of Kings, bro.
Nigga was a child born to a giant. Nigga, he a little dude though. So they try to pretty much say that he got the strength of a giant in a little body.
Has
Like,
a little body.
you know what I'm saying? Like he cold.
This animation look weird.
No,
Nah,
it's
it's great.
It's
amazing.
up there, bro.
It's amazing.
I think you'll fuck with it.
I'm probably am. I'm gonna watch it tonight. What's it on Crunchyroll?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit,
Right.
everything Crunchyroll now.
Right.
Man.
Everything Crunchyroll.
Right. And then the OG recommendation, man. Make sure you go to GeeksetPodcast.com. Check out the shop, man. We got Geek Gear too. Man, you see it. Bacardi rocking
You
it.
see it?
I think Bacardi watching it. And like, matter of fact, go to at Geekset Podcast and
Hey, I'm
follow
really
our personal.
real quick though. I forgot about that. The sketch. I forgot about the
I
sketches.
got it,
I
I
might have
got
to bring the sketches back.
Like, make sure you follow at Geekset Podcast because, like, if you follow, like right when you hear this, go follow it ASAP and then follow some of the, follow everybody individually because I think I'm gonna still have mines up. But we posted something that Bacardi put out today, and I was like, I feel like
Summer's gonna be too hot.
summer gonna be a problem. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying? But follow us on all social media platforms at Geekset Podcast. One of the best ways to support us. So, go to patreon.com/Geekset. That's where you're going to get early episodes. That's where you're going to get the chance to ask questions to some of our celebrity guests. That's when you're going to get just updates on what we are doing. And it's like really, really dope. And it's one of the best ways to support us. Make sure you look at the links below. Like I said, our Discord full of dope individuals talking about geek shit. And it's something, like I said, you want to be a part of this community. That's one of the best parts, best ways to be a part of this community. And as always, man, this is the only podcast that blend hip hop culture and geek culture together. And we are out.
Peace.